It went from make America great again to make Julio alligator bait again. I be damned. Last year, it was work harder, nigga. And now it is swim harder, Selena, and Mr. Pedro as well. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Roll call. Put your city, put your town, put your state, put your region or your area code in the chat right now so they can see what we broadcasting from. Because 2025 is the end of the tether, of the illegal, of the fleer, of the hopper, of the skipper, of the jumper, or anybody who ain't paying their dues right here in certified foundational Black America, and certified foundational Black Americans always win. How we win, Alpha? By a knockout. Checkmate. There they go. Fam, wait a minute. Let me slow down. Let me send a big shot out to the family out there, and let me see who's in the building. I see Savannah in the building. I see 419. I see Arizona. I see the 718-832-731. I see the 713. I see 404. I see 315. Columbia's in the building. Harlem's in the building. Little Rock, California, 661's in the building. Pennsylvania's in the building. 706 is in the building. And Black Alpha Network is in the mother building. And we in here live, y'all. What's up? It's on, y'all. Remember 2023, it was work hard and nigga. In 2024, it was Juan Crow. And now 2025, all the way live, is y'all can hold your own nizuts. That's what it is. Birthright citizenship gone. Deportations in the building. FBA on business. So when you add all that up, you do your calculating 504. I see you. What's up, baby? Shout out to the NO. When you take rid of all those things that they thought they had, you get rid of them, you take care of them. What do you got, family? They ain't got nothing no more. It's over. It's done. All the little tethers, because I know somewhere someone's in there saying, I ain't broadcasting live from the 9256912 in Senegal. In Zimbabwe, they put in their area codes, but their area codes got about 15 digits. All right, y'all know they be everywhere we at, right? Y'all know damn well there's a dusty, musty, an ashy person with some ashy fingers, and they saying, I ain't broadcasting live from my village, nigga. Who you care? What do you care about anyway, Black Alpha? What is Alpha about you anyway? Okay? You actually have hairline. I have none, but that makes you no better than me. Yeah, and your ass is no better than a 5th, 6th, 7th class citizen, and now you about to be 5th, 6th, 7th out in front of the Venezuelan and the Colombian and the Haitian and the Jamaican. All y'all asses is behind foundational Black Americans. And we told y'all, you cannot deport the non-deportable. We said it, fam. There was a lot of things that we've been doing this season, this year, and we've been working. We've been putting it all on the line. But let me tell y'all what's even most serious. The fact is that the birthright citizenship policy that has came down, that was it. That was the final straw. All right. You're dealing with people, tethers. You're dealing with people, illegals. You're dealing with people, fleers, who have nothing but what they get from us. So they don't get nothing from us, and then they got MAGA on them. What's happening? And damn, y'all seen this damn Alligator Alcatraz, fam? I mean, I said we was going to be on code. I said we was going to get rid of the tethers. I didn't know they was going to pull out the goddamn alligators, fam. I thought it was a joke. Somebody told me, y'all know they got like a little Alcatraz with some gators going around. I said, you can't be serious. Nope. I refuse to believe it. And I'll be damned if it wasn't true. Matter of fact, it's so true that Kristi Noem and Ron DeSantis and President Trump were all there today. And I'm going to break all of that down here today, as well as the Haitians getting cut off. How that Juneteenth thing work for you? Not too good? Okay, cool. The Jamaicans cut off, the Africans cut off, Julio's, Romero's, Pedro's, and Hector all cut off, and foundational Black Americans are exactly where we said we'd be, at the goddamn top, looking down on everybody. Certified salute. Let's go straight to goddamn work, y'all. Here we go. Let's talk to the streets, because they were trying to say they thought we was immigrants, right? and we told them ain't no goddamn way. Well, now, family, they're seeing it front and center because we in the building. A hell of a lot of energy to start off this broadcast because there's a hell of a lot of things going on, and foundational Black Americans always win. Talk to them.
He talking about y'all.
We laughing at him.
Talking about y'all. Why the fuck would he be talking?
Birthright citizenship is going away, and people want Black Americans to put the capes on and care about them, and we don't give a shit. Because every time we need another group, including people from the African diaspora, what do? You find ways to shit on our freaking legends like the Buffalo Soldiers, Harriet Tubman, so many others. You find a way to come over and undermine us. You find a way to go in and get under supremacists, and find a way to just constantly find a way to shit on us. To show us there is no unity. We've tried the whole Black and brown unity. We tried to save the freaking African diaspora. At this point, we are resting. We don't give a shit. Now, if I don't speak, if I don't speak for you, that's fine. But I can guarantee you, a good chunk of Black America is sick of everybody's shit. So it don't matter if you come from the freaking diaspora or any other group. We don't care.
But this lets us go there and finally win that case because hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into our country under birthright citizenship, and it wasn't meant for that reason. It was meant for the babies of slaves.
See, I told y'all we couldn't get deported. And all you Black people who were saying we next, you definitely don't know anything about your citizenship. Yeah, I love being Black right now. We ain't worried about getting deported. Everybody copying us. Like, what's more better than that?
Hey, tell me y'all heard the news about the Supreme Court passing the birthright citizenship. So y'all know what that means, right? No more of you immigrants benefiting off our inheritance, off the so-called Black Americans' inheritance. Ain't no more free rides, no more government assistance, no more government checks and all these loans. That's over with. That's supposed to be given to us. They're supposed to go to us all these years. And I'm glad this is a beautiful time to be alive.
So people keep saying that Black Americans are next in regards to birthright citizenship and getting deported. Listen, you jackasses that don't understand about America because you just got here 60 years ago. Black Americans are Americans. Black Americans are foundational Americans. Stop saying that. Just because he's deporting the Haitians, they're not going to confuse me with a Haitian. You know how you sound? Listen, Black Americans cannot be deported. Stop saying that. You sound dumb.
Easy. They all do. But guess who don't? Foundationals, fam. Yeah. Oh, buddy. It's on and popping. Yes. And if y'all can, go ahead, throw your fist in the chat. Throw your 100s in the chat. Throw your American flags in the chat. It don't matter. Just rep where you from, fam, because it is quintessential right now and more important than ever that we represent where we from, because us representing has changed everything. Now they know. They was running around here talking about we thought y'all was immigrants too. No, the hell you didn't. They never thought we were. But I like what the first brother said. Uncle's talking that good talk, okay? Unc said we gave y'all every single opportunity to try to understand the system of supremacy. Y'all didn't want to. Y'all want to be supremacists. You can never teach somebody the system of supremacy if they want to be the supremacist. And the whole world wants to be the supremacist, fam. If white supremacy is a global system, then there's only one lineage that is out here stopping it, and that's FBA. And I'll spot you continents, countries, villages. Ain't no villages doing nothing. Ain't no countries or continents doing nothing. Ain't no other side of the hemisphere doing nothing. It's white supremacy global, all of their puppets and minions, and then it's FBA. And FBA, we in a damn good spot right now. I know y'all said y'all feeling good, feeling lovely, feeling great. It's all gravy, baby. It's all milk and honey. I seen y'all say you're mighty fine. Fine as wine. Yes, indeed. My brothers is strong. My sisters is beautiful. And we winning, fam. And ain't nothing changed but the numbers on the range. You feel me? That's where we are right now. And man, are they having some goddamn crash outs, y'all. I'm telling you right now. The birthright citizenship news that came down, that was the final straw. See, they wanted to play these games with us, fam. And we was like, no, we telling y'all it's about to get real in the field. And they was like, oh no, work harder, nigga. See, they didn't think that what we were saying was going to come to true fruition. And it has. It has, fam. Because they've taken away everything. You cannot come into the borders of the United States right now. Nope, the borders are closed. So if the borders are closed, The hell that do for a goddamn tether? How can a tether live in a world with closed borders? That is the reason why they are tethers. So they can't come into the United States because the borders are closed. Inside of the United States, mass deportations, and then they got everything, canceled out. TPS, temporary protective service. Only a tether would hear that and think, oh, temporary means permanent. No, the hell it don't. Maybe in your homeland that you fled from here in America, temporary means temporary, and they have been permanently outcasted from America. That tether protection service has ran out. All of them are gone. And now, family, since all of that is happening, we woke up and we seen, I knew they was looking for ICE agents. I mean, I heard it, y'all. We done covered the bounties, Tom Homan running around, but who needs Tom Homan when you got this man right here? I be damn, family. They done pulled out the Gators, and I'm not talking about the football team. Shout out to the Florida Gators, SEC. But family, they done pulled the Gators out, and they out here in these streets heavy. You ain't seen nothing yet. They out here saying deportation across the damn nation. Donald Trump done swam up on some Gators. He said, not only are we going to have Tom Homan, we going to have the alligators as well, and we going to call this thing Alligator Alcatraz. And they thought we were joking. FBA told you, Mr. Fufu. FBA told you, Mr. Jollof. FBA told you, Mr. Burrito Man, Mr. Chicken Chow Man, you wanted to be a supremacist, and the supremacist wanted to get him an alligator, and I'll see you later, because we ain't no player haters, if you feel me. Family, Donald Trump arrived to go check out this system, and here it is. Breaking news. Let's see what they talking about.
Job they've done is fantastic, and this is what you need. And Ron worked beautifully with Christie and all of the people at Homeland Security, and got it done in how many days?
8 days. All the new facility was up and running. So,
and is this the model going forward, Mr. President?
It can be. I mean, you don't always have land so beautiful and so secure. We have a lot of bodyguards and a lot of cops that are in the form of alligators. You're not depending so much. But I wouldn't want to run through the Everglades for long. We'll keep people where they're supposed to be.
Alligator Alcatraz. Yeah. It's the idea that it's done illegal immigrants. In this case, they just get eaten by an alligator or a snake or something.
I guess that's the concept. This is not a nice business. I guess that's the concept. If snakes are fast, but alligators are, but we're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator, okay? If they escape prison, how to run away. Don't run in a straight line. Run like this. And you know what? Your chances go up about 1%. You know what? Your chances go up about 1%. Your chances go up about 1%.
Damn, Donald Trump's cold. He said, we going to teach these people how to run from alligators, that you got to run in a zigzag. And if you run in a zigzag, your chances of survival go up 1%. We told y'all, that's what y'all wanted to be next to. That's who y'all said that you going to put all your chips on that side. You said that you was going to come over here and you was going to get in with the dominant society. You was going to get your little bushmeat flavored butter biscuits. You was going to get your jollof flavored and your fajita flavored, and it didn't work out too good for you. The man straight up told you, we got something for you. And now you're dealing with alligators. He said, you got to run like this to get away. I'll be damned. So you see why they wanted to deport us, right? You see why everybody was saying they're going to deport y'all because they knew them damn gators. Fam, we're talking about 30-foot walls. We're talking about razor blades, razor wires going around, armed guards and alligators and pythons. If Florida's in the house, please stand up and be accounted for, because people in Florida know what it is. Yes, indeed. People in Louisiana know what it is. See, a couple of weeks ago, there started to be a mass sighting of alligators in the Rio Grande. And a lot of people start saying, well, there's already been alligators. No. Governor Abbott down in Texas, he said, yeah, there has been gators, but there has been a weird amount of gators that have been popping up in the Rio Grande. And when I seen that, I was like, oh my God, they putting alligators in the Rio Grande to stop people from crossing. And folks was like, oh no, they would never do that, nigga. There you go, FBA again. You FBAs always trying to hate on a tether, right? And then right after the sightings in the Rio Grande with the alligators, you got Alligator Alcatraz. They called it Alligator Alcatraz. This is a whole nother level of the end of the tether. I knew the tether was done. I knew it was over. I knew it was a wrap. But I didn't know alligators was going to show up. I didn't know they was looking for new ICE agents. And if you listen to Donald Trump says easily, he said, well, we don't have to pay the alligators as much. And he said it's a cold business. And guess what? So is people coming over here trying to stand on our creations, on our lineage, but you're not one of us. And family, the whole world is talking about this, and we're going to break it all the way down because we in the building, in the place. Y'all look at this right here. When we say it done got real with these alligators and them see you laters, here you go.
It's a joke, but it's real. A migrant detention center is being built deep in the Florida Everglades. And it's already being called Alligator Alcatraz. Why? Because state officials claim they won't need much security thanks to the surrounding wildlife, including alligators and pythons. The facility is going up on a former airstrip and will feature massive tents and temporary buildings. Florida expects to spend about $450 million each year to run it and may seek partial reimbursement from FEMA. The controversy exploded after an AI-generated image began circulating shared by the Department of Homeland Security, showing alligators guarding a prison, a direct reference to the actual site. Many saw it as a cruel jab at detained migrants. Florida Attorney General James Uthmire, a strong Trump supporter, has defended the project, saying nature itself will help contain people.
On a scheduling note, tomorrow, President Trump will travel to the great state of Florida to attend the opening of a new illegal alien detention center located at Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport alongside Secretary Kristi Noem, Governor Ron DeSantis, Congressman Byron Donalds, and other state and local leaders. We hope to see many of you there. The facility is in the heart of the Everglades and will be informally known as Alligator Alcatraz. There's only one known as Alligator Alcatraz, as Alligator Alcatraz, Alligator Alcatraz. There's only one road leading in, and the only way out is a one-way flight. It is isolated and surrounded by dangerous wildlife and unforgiving terrain. The facility will have up to 5,000 beds to house, process, and deport criminal illegal aliens.
Freeze. And there won't be a foundational Black American in none of them. You know what the hell we're going to be doing? We're going to be getting in our bed all nice and cozy, going to sleep, waking up, going to work. And they said they got 5,000 beds. And I want y'all to notice, this woman is smiling. This woman is very, very happy. We told y'all them supremacists wasn't playing with you. All the tethers done got their wake-up call, all right? Which means they woke up in America, and now their asses is about to wake up in Alligator Alcatraz. Family, what in the hell is going on in the United States of America? Whatever this is, whatever this Netflix movie is called, I'm loving it.
This is an efficient and low-cost way to help carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in American history. The facility will have up to 5,000 beds to house, process, and deport criminal illegal aliens. This is an efficient and low-cost way to help carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in American history.
Now listen, hear me out. This is the quickest and the fastest I ever seen these people do something that they really want done.
Freeze. Listen to what this sister said right here. Oh, I got to chop it up. Listen, y'all seen what our sister just said right there? And I know she's from Louisiana. Notice what she said. She know all about it, fam. Okay, come on down here to the South. I'm talking about the real deep South. You're going to see some gators, and we know what it's like. I want y'all to notice how this sister made a great point. This is the quickest, fam. It took these people 8 days to get this up and running. And they're using a lot of that FEMA money and a lot of that set-aside money. Who remembers all of those hurricanes about half a year ago? You remember them hurricanes that went through Florida, went through Georgia, went through South Carolina? People had nothing, and it was decimating everything. Tennessee was getting pulverized, and they were giving that money to the illegals. And it came out that all that illegal money that they had was supposed to go to everybody with FEMA. They took that FEMA money and they used all of that and distributed to make Alligator Alcatraz. And they did it in 8 days. That's why Ron DeSantis is running around here like he's being knighted. He looked like his OG done showed up. They shaking hands and everything. They're proud of it. We told them these supremacists ain't playing. And our sister right there made a great point with her Louisiana accent. She said, this is the fastest I ever seen these folks get up something that they really want to do. So all the telltale signs have been there. FBA been telling you, MAGA been telling you, Tom Homan been telling you. Maybe it's going to take an alligator to tell you. Maybe when an alligator tells you, and he ain't going to speak English when he tells you. You might be used to people not speaking English. But I'm telling you right now, it went from make America great again to make Julio bait again. And you better make sure he can swim, but it ain't gonna last long. I'll be damned. I love it. I love it. I love it.
They don't really put together a detention center to house criminal illegal immigrants. Now listen, the name of it is Alligator Alcatraz. This is located in Florida, in the Everglades.
Okay, so this is our first look at Alligator Alcatraz on the inside. This thing was built in 8 days. This is insane. This is where they're going to be housing people out in the middle of the Everglades.
Family, and I mean this, brothers and sisters, all of my certifieds, we in here 1.4 deep, family, in about 20 minutes. I want all of y'all to look behind this man talking. Look at all of them beds in the back, behind the fences, behind the gates, and everybody you gonna see sleeping in them goddamn beds is the same ones that was telling us to work harder, and they built America, and FBA gonna get deported too. Remember, every single thing that you've seen, whether on my spaces, on Tariq's spaces, on your spaces, walking down the street, at the jobs, remember it, and then also lock it in that that's gonna be their permanent place of residence soon. We extra petty because we ready. Let's go.
There are so many different venomous snakes that can get to you in this type of a facility if you're out there. And if you get out, there's nowhere to go. You're alligator bait, homie. Everything out there wants to kill you. I'm just going to say this. If it was me and I was putting myself in a situation where I might end up in this place, absolutely not, bro. I would self-deport. If you gave me a choice between Alligator Alcatraz, ADX Florence, the Black Dolphin in Russia, the SCOTUS super prison, I'm choosing anywhere but here, homie.
It's
Woo! Couldn't have said it better myself, Mr. Mayo Man. There it is. There we go, dog. You see it, family. That's what we've been trying to tell these people. We've been trying to tell them, and man, they spazzing out over this. They're like, are you serious? How in the hell? And Trump out here making jokes. I want y'all to notice that the press secretary lady was smiling, okay? Ron DeSantis is happy. Everybody's down with this. Nobody's saying nothing. And the craziest thing is, family, while all of that is happening, people are out here talking about alligators, Alligator Alcatraz. These folks are still mad at FBA. These people are still making TikTok videos about us. I know that we are rent-free in your brain. I know that you can't build your homeland. You left your mama behind, your daddy behind, your cousins behind. I understand that. But when you got alligators literally swimming around you, waving at the pythons who are swimming around, one's going clockwise, the other's going counterclockwise, and they all looking at you, Mr. Illegal, you, Mr. Tether. And the first thing you think in your brain is, let me go make a TikTok video about FBA. Okay? Let me try to tell FBA they next. FBA ain't believe nothing you said. We ain't heard nothing you said. We ain't acknowledged nothing you said. But you still worrying about us. Listen, I know you don't have your priorities in order, Mr. Tether, okay? You don't have your priorities in order because you left your homeland. But that lack of priority and that focusing on us, that's going to introduce you to Mr. Alligator, all right? And Mr. Python. And you're going to have the whole Jungle Book on your ass. But again, worry about FBA, family, and that's what gets you. Look at this right here, fam. While we've been out here talking about this, do you know these TikTok tethers are still mad? Family, you ain't seen a tether until you see them hating on FBA. When they start talking about foundationals, then you know they mad. And this one right here, based upon the circumference of that forehead, is only one thing Black Alpha can do, y'all. And you know what it is. This one right here is trying to make every excuse about how birthright citizenship is not for us. Okay, but Mr. Python is for you. So you better get your act together. Watch this, family.
The 14th Amendment, when Donald Trump said that, the 14th Amendment was for the babies of slaves. He did not mean that he was supporting your FBA black behind. Y'all, FBA people are the biggest coons I've ever seen in my life, and it's embarrassing. Why are you out here on the internet talking about Donald Trump said the FBA moves, that the 14th Amendment was for the babies of slaves? He says,
didn't he say that? Fam, she sit there and tells us Donald Trump, he didn't say it was for the babies of slaves. How y'all FBA gonna say that he said it's for the babies of slaves? Because that's what he said verbatim. These tethers ain't got no logic. Again, you best to quit worrying about what foundational Black Americans got going on. And you better start to get to worrying about this man right here, because he ain't got a TikTok, and he ain't got social media, and he ain't got a Friedman forehead, but he's coming for you. While you're worried about my family, it's going to be all right. And Donald Trump straight up said the babies of slaves, and he said it several times. Tether.
The 14th Amendment was for the babies of slaves. He said something so spiritual. He really is sticking up for us. That's the truth. Y'all keep trying to cosplay our culture. Look, African Americans, we have a culture. We have our own African American subgroup culture. We do. Anybody that tries to deny that is weird. But just because African Americans have our own culture does not mean that we don't have ties to Africa. African American culture literally originates from our ancestors who are displaced West Africans. And we created a land here. We created a community here.
No, you're not a Black American. Nope. Family, look at her up there. Look at her. Look at her. She reading the script. She reading the script. Tell me what to say again, Chad. Tell me, what do you want me to say, Kamala? Is that Kamala in the back, or is that Barack Obama in the back? Huh? We know it can't be Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is 3,337 years old, so it can't be him. Who's that in the back? Somebody, because you see her, she looking, what to say again? This is all coming from a place, family, because you know she's not intelligent enough to make up her own story anyway. This is the same regurgitated lies. Why do you think you're always seeing them say the same thing? This is not a Black American, y'all. This is somebody who's trying to pretend to be a Black American. Y'all see that 5 head? That ain't one of us. Hell no. You are an African American. You got that part right, because an African American is not a foundational Black American. I proceed.
And the more you guys try to dishonor your ancestors by coming on the internet and saying we have no ties to Africa, we've been here for 400 years, we're not African anymore, we're American, you sound slow. You don't know why you sound slow? We built this country by force. We were forced to build this country. We were forced to do this. We were forced to become entertainers. We were forced to do it, and we did a damn good job doing it. We did. That's why I love being African American, because we pushed through some shit. But to deny your ancestral heritage, to deny where you really come from is so annoying to me, being xenophobic towards all these Africans. I see y'all like, oh yeah, deport the Africans, deport them, send them away. They're xenophobic. They don't like Black Americans. A lot of Africans love Black Americans.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they love what they can get from Black Americans. That's what it is. All right. The same way you think that you're going to cosplay FBA and tell us that you're one of us and we calling you out. No, the hell you're not, fam. Remember, all this is going on while the alligators are swimming around. All right. I hate to have to keep going back to alligators, but damn it, if they got alligators at a detention center for illegals, then we going to talk about it, because this just don't happen every day. But today, we're going to talk about that forehead. Today, we're going to talk about that non-existent hairline, okay? And we're going to talk about how this individual right here is a tether pretending to be one of us. The we's is over with. You are not a we. You are a they. They not like us. And you're one of those days right there. And yes, foundational Black Americans created America, and we did not create anything by force, because we were here for thousands of years any goddamn way, Mrs. Foo-Foo. So you can take this back to your village, and you can tell them that nothing you say is going to change the fact that your ass is going home, and yo, I wish I was an FBA has been pulled.
And if they could send you back to Africa, if they could find a way to do it, they would. Liberia, prime example. They tried before. You don't think they'll try again? Like, I just want y'all to sit on that.
I want you to sit down at a seat and go get you a lineup. That's what I need you to do, since we're talking about that. Fam, let me say this, okay? All of these people running around here telling us that we were going to get deported. It ain't happened yet. It ain't happened. And it's funny, because when the dominant society wants to come out here and they want to build this right here, Alligator Alcatraz, oh, they built it. When they want to go out there and stand on alligator business like Trump is in this photo, they did it. How come they ain't never did anything with deportations? All this woulda, coulda, shoulda ain't happened. All this thing, well, they gonna. Only thing these people ever tell us is some type of hypothetical and ultra hypothetical, things that have never occurred or nothing that's ever taken place. Things that happen to them, oh, we watching it. See, I can pull up everything about them getting deported. I can show you them getting snatched up. I can show you them going back to their homeland. Only time you ever see anything bad about foundationals is when they run in their tether ass mouth, talking through their crooked ass tether teeth. Other than that, nothing has happened. So again, you're sitting here talking about FBA, and FBA's watching all of y'all get put in handcuffs and gone home. They're upset, family. They broken down, family, because we are standing on business. Now we're getting to the point where lie 2, 3, 4, and 5 has been exposed, and we're watching everything go out the window. You're starting to see grief kick in. Now they're upset. You don't see that same face, family. Remember, it was work harder. Remember, it was a kata. Remember, it was we're all in this together, brother. Come help us at our rallies and protests. Now that is gone. Now it's FBA never went. FBA never stood up for you. FBA sat on the couch and FBA told your ass, hold your own nuts. Now what? Now you're starting to see these people get the sad face, not the glad face, because they thought that they could replace. But everything that we create, family, is right here in foundational Black America. Y'all want to see what I'm talking about? Watch how the brothers and sisters been exposing them. We're going to put their receipts on the table, because when we look at y'all paperwork, your paperwork dirty. Our paperwork clean. When we look at your paperwork, we see you about to be on a plane. Foundational Black Americans is right here at home. Watch this brother right here. If you want to see how the streets is talking, let's see how the streets is talking. All that y'all gonna get deported soon? Do we look scared, y'all?
You goddamn Africans, stop fucking checking on us Black people in America, because we ain't checking for you. Y'all always popping up in the comment section, always popping up on the lives and Stop popping up. We not checking for y'all. Why the fuck is y'all checking for us? We know who the we are here in America. And the Black people that know the truth about themselves know that we are not like you. Hey, we ain't nothing of you. We know who we are. We know where we come from. We know where we was enslaved at. Stop checking for us, because we are not checking for y'all. And to be checking on us, how y'all checking on us, y'all need to be worried about why the y'all bleaching y'all skin. Why the fuck y'all been so goddamn colonized over there? Stop checking.
Listen to what he said, family. They better start worrying about why they bleaching their own skin and they colonized. There go them priorities. Oh, we got something to follow this.
Y'all bleaching y'all skin. Why the fuck y'all been so goddamn colonized over there? Stop checking for us over here in America. We are not the same.
Person,
Whoa!
This is me. And as well, this is me.
What?
So I my skin, that's the secret. And I know you might say these are two different people. Do you know what?
No, I don't know what. I don't know what the hell that is that I'm looking at. This is the people trying to tell us that we the same. These are the folks saying that we all gonna go home back to Africa together, my brother. These are the ones saying we going to Jamaica and Haiti. Whoa, y'all see this right here? Please tell me you do. Because this and this are not equal. Fam, they running around here trying to tell us that we all the same, and this ain't even the same as it used to look before the damn skin bleaching. I be damned. Get this out of here.
That's me, and that's me. Yes, I my skin. And if you also want to guess what? I can give you the same products. Just reach out to me. Reach out to me. Nitakupatia mzigo ile ambayo itakung'arisha paka huko downtown kung'are. Unang'ara kama jua. This is me before skin, and trust me, it's the best decision ever. And this is after. Look at that baby. She looks so nice. So if you want to look at me, I have the best white creams ever, and I ship worldwide. Yes, worldwide. This is not bleaching.
Family, she just said that she has a bleaching product called Wild White. They are not like us. Tethers, take this back home and fix your own homeland. Get this the hell away from foundational Black Americans. Because remember, if we all brothers, family, then we got to marry all this. Then all of this is our problem. This ain't my goddamn problem. I know this ain't my sisters in the chat. This ain't my brothers in the chat. I know the people watching live and the folks watching replay. I know this ain't us. So hell nah, we ain't all brothers. Hell no, we ain't all friends. Hell no, we ain't all African or Caribbean. Hell no. Y'all Africans and Caribbeans better get your mind right, because FBA don't want nothing to do with this. Wild White. That's the name of her bleaching cream. Matter of fact, watch her say, this ain't skin bleaching. It's called whitening of the skin. They done came up with a new term.
Yes, worldwide. This is not bleaching. This is skin whitening. And for me, ilinichukua miezi 4 kupata hii rangi. And I know some people also want the skin tone that enye niko nayo. Ingia kwa WhatsApp, let's talk. If I can move from this to this right now, basi pia wewe, you can also get the same skin tone by using my products. Ingia tu kwa WhatsApp, DM me, we talk.
You goddamn Africans, stop fucking checking on us black people in America, because we ain't checking for you.
Damn right, brother. Say it again. Family, it is what it is, man. This is what we saying. 2025 is the end of the tethers, because that's the time the tether's been on. They out here talking about wild white. Now they trying to say, fam, that's a new trend. Now they saying, I am not bleaching my skin. It's just whitening my skin. But it takes the bleach to do it. The bleach that's inside of cream and the bleach that they put into their tubs. But now they're trying to say that it ain't bleaching. It's just, you know, perhaps I'm just lightening my skin. Family, the only reason they're doing that is because we were the ones out here saying, hell no. FBA ain't on that time. See, we shame people from afar. All right, let me make this clear. We can shame somebody in a whole nother continent just by saying, get the hell up out of here with that. Get the hell up out of here. And she's out there, family. I'm not lying. If you look in the comment section, no lie. I'm going to post it. In the comment section, you see a hell of a lot of her people saying, wow, this looks so great. Where can I find some? You got any sales? What price? Fam, that woman looks like this damn black alpha shirt, okay? That woman looks like my damn shirt. There's something wrong when you out here looking like a t-shirt, all right? All right? She running around here talking about wild white, all right? No, your ass is colonized. You colonized black, colonized melanated. That's what you are, because you damn sure ain't one of us. That's what I'm saying, fam, and they know what it is. So no, we ain't got no capes for none of that. FBA ain't rocking with none of that. What foundational black Americans are going to do is what foundational black Americans going to do. And all that stay over there on your side. You damn sure can't come over to our side. Speaking of that, family, let me also show y'all this, because these people, you know, they feel that they went somewhere. Now they finding out that wherever they thought they were going, it just didn't work. It just didn't work. And nothing's really going the way they wanted to go. But tethers have been out here doing this real trickery now, okay? Because you're seeing a lot of these ICE agents snatching people up, and everybody's seeing it, right? Everybody's watching these ICE agents pull up on these people left and right. But that's not really the main thing. The main thing, family, now is that no matter where you turn, no matter where you go, you're seeing these people crash all the way out. Yeah, she done ghosted herself. That's a good one. Goddamn, that's a great one, actually. Look at this right here, family. This shows you where these people been at. This shows you they not like us. Oh, we got smoke for Mutombo, and we got smoke for Mr. Julio. Anybody can get it.
No. All right.
Anybody can get it. Let me show y'all where they are operating at.
Yes. Okay, hold it off. I don't need a warrant. No. No. All right, sir. You're being detained. You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to answer any other questions.
Sir, how are you feeling right now? Can I ask your reaction?
No question.
No question. What country are you from, sir?
Don't answer any questions, all right? Stays calm.
Sir, are you a U.S. citizen?
What country are you from?
How do you feel about being deported?
Don't answer any questions, boss. Need that one. The officer. I'm sorry. I don't have
Do you have any reaction?
Remember your right to remain silent.
Let them out.
I got a pretty good suspicion that man is from Jamaica. But I want y'all to notice how the dominant society throwing the camera in their face, they sitting there saying, how do you feel about being deported? This is all a game to the dominant society. They loving this right now. They loving watching everything occur because they told them, they warned them. We got to be honest, y'all. Donald Trump warned these people what was going to happen, and it happened. So they ain't got no business to be upset, to be shook, to be afraid. That's just what went down. And you're seeing it. And that man said, get out of my face, boy. Rude boy. I'm telling y'all, don't watch these videos and just think these are randoms. These people that you see in these videos are the same exact people that were running around here telling FBA Juneteenth was theirs. I promise you, that dude was probably on the goddamn Juneteenth flyer talking about the Caribbean Juneteenth for all right? That orange lady, damn, they call Donald Trump orange. That orange African or whatever the hell we just seen, that individual was probably talking about African Juneteenth. These are the same exact people that have been running around here saying they're us. So now they're all getting snatched up. You're seeing arrest after arrest, y'all. You're seeing apprehension after apprehension. You're seeing alligator after alligator. Fam, what else can we say? At this point, FBA just sitting here. It ain't even us. You may have smoke for FBA, but you ain't gonna do nothing. And now what I'm seeing is y'all getting picked off one by one, all across the board, all across the nation. But when the 14th Amendment came through, family, and everybody was talking about that, let's get to the brass tacks, okay? When everything just popped off with the 14th Amendment, in which we just saw birthright citizenship, that was it. Because what did Tethers really have for themselves, family? Let's go there. What did Tethers really have? Tethers had absolutely ABK in full force. I see you. What did Tethers really have? Tethers have their FBA assistants getting us to go march and stick up for them, riding the coattails of our struggle. Shout out to Dr. Claude for that. And they also had the Democrats backing them up. They had getting all of these tangibles and resources based on that. And then they had using their unlawful entries into America. All of that has been taken away. They can no longer enter the United States of America. They can no longer have anchor babies no more. See, the anchor babies is done. All that anchor baby stuff, it's over, y'all. And when Donald Trump kept saying the babies of slaves, he was basically saying, oh, all y'all anchor babies, over. The anchor baby hoax is over with, y'all. So is the Tethers. They're over. And now that all of that has been shipped away and gone, everything they had is gone. Family, go back to 2024 and look now at 2025. They had FBA's culture that they were trying to steal from. We shut that down. We did our work. Then they ended up having their unlawful entries. The border got closed. And now the birthright citizenship. That was the last thing, everybody. That was it. If they could hold on to that, it's over. Now that's gone. As soon as that's gone, now you're starting to see birthright citizenship was a little deeper than what people thought. Let me tell you what I'm saying by that, okay? We in here chopping today, family. What I say, I'm in here preaching. We doing all the reaching, family, and all the teaching. Let me tell you what I seen when I saw that. Not only did you see the birthright citizenship, that ended up getting canceled for them, that they thought they was going to get from us. When I seen the birthright citizenship, I said, oh my goodness, they're going to start arresting all of those goddamn babies. You got to remember this, fam. Soon as they start to implement the birthright citizenship for, us and not for them, soon as they start to cancel the birthright citizenship, that was basically them saying, we're going to start arresting their goddamn kids too. Fam, they got alligators around them now. You don't think they'll do that? So I seen that the kids are going to start getting arrested. Not only are you going to see their children not being able to be born here in America and get citizenship, you're going to also see them come here to the United States of America and start receiving the treatment of handcuffs. And we've already been showing videos. We got 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. I even seen a 7-year-old in handcuffs, right? Family, let's up the ante. When you seen birthright citizenship get canceled, let me show you what came right along with it. The Trump administration deports California 4th grader. It all goes together, fam. And we right here calling out all these tethers, fam.
The Trump administration has officially deported a 4th grader from California. A 4th grader, y'all. 9-year-old Martir Garcia Lara was a student at Torrance Elementary in California who on May 29th attended an immigration hearing in downtown Los Angeles with his father, and instead of receiving an update on their immigration status, both Martir and his father were detained by ICE and they were separated from each other. The next day, they were transferred to an immigration facility in Texas with plans to deport them to Honduras. Martir's abrupt absence from school without prior notice had his school scrambling to find.
Whoa! Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that the canceling of birthright citizenship for these people also is going to lead to these people, children, getting arrested? I'll be damned. And it's really happening. They done got Hector and Elrardo, the adult and the 4th grader.
Find him. Both teachers and students were worried about him. Just a few days after being in a detention center in Texas, both Martir and his father were deported to Honduras. Martir says he misses his friends and his school. I cannot even begin to imagine what this little boy at just 9 years old has had to go through within the past few days. First, he was separated from his father. Then he was in a detention center for a few days before finally being deported to Honduras. We as a country can seriously do better than this.
We can do better as a country. Absolutely. We can deport more. How about that? If we want to do better as a country, she's right. You are right, Miss Selena. We can do better. Let's turn the fourth graders, get the third graders, the second graders, the first graders. Hell, we can go into daycare if you want to. It don't matter, because when they were out here snatching our kids up or breaking our families in half based on the crack epidemic and all these things that were targeted at us, I didn't see you out there in them streets, Miss Selena. No. You want to go all the way back to slavery, fam? See, they're trying to get the people who have always had our families being snatched up, ripped away, and all the injustices towards us. They're trying to get us to care about somebody else's baby. You don't care about our kids. So guess what? Your ass is going to go back to Honduras. Daddy going back to Honduras. And if you want some smoke too, you can go back to Honduras. Or perhaps you can go on down to Florida and you can go to Alligator Alcatraz. Either way, get the hell out of my goddamn country. How about that? See, fam, I ain't got no issues no more. All right, I'm going to make this clear. All of these tethers who came over here and were disrespectful to us, I'm sitting back and I'm just watching it and I'm enjoying the show full throttle. Because I understand that there's been a power vacuum of people trying to steal from FBA for the longest amount of time. And I sat back and watched these people try like hell to get our position. Now they're in the position of deportation, and who gives a damn about it? I don't, y'all don't, we don't, and it is what it is. Like Trump said, this is a cold business, fam, and we businessmen and women, and we holding it down the right way. So no one gives a damn. You're going back home, and it is what it is. But when I seen the birthright citizenship get canceled for them, the first thing I thought of was, this is going to give the means now for a lot of those children to end up getting arrested. That's really what it is. And they've already been doing it, but now they just got another catalyst that's going to provide them the opportunity to do so. Look at this right here, family. When I say that these individuals are out here and they're getting snatched up, oh yeah, they're getting snatched up. Family, this week in deportation, brought to you by the Black Alpha Network. Family, ICE is getting more aggressive. The Marines are still out in the streets. The National Guard is still out in the streets. And now the bounty hunters have shown up. You can't make this up, family, but it's happening.
Hey, where's the warrant? Where's your warrant? Give me your badge and your name. Give me your badge and your name. You guys have no warrant. No probable cause. Shame on you guys. Shame on you. ¿Cuál es su nombre? Oiga, ¿cuál es su nombre? ¿Cómo se llama? Oiga, ¿cómo se llama? Dígame su nombre, oiga.
They got him yoked up.
¿Cómo se llama? Dígame todo su nombre, por favor. Su nombre. Jorge, ¿qué? Fuck you guys. You just stop old pigs. You just yourselves.
No! 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 I'm not kidding, not! No, mommy! No!
New video shows ICE agents making an arrest in Elgin. This was the scene around 7:30 yesterday morning at the intersection of Gertrude and Washburn Streets. Witnesses say approximately 8 agents, they were wearing tactical vests. They were in unmarked vehicles. They say agents took a man into custody after smashing the window of a vehicle. The Elgin Area Rapid Response Team, that is a community organization, says that there were multiple incidents involving ICE agents in Elgin. They released a statement saying, quote, the use of force, intimidation, and destruction of property under the guise of enforcement constitutes a violent abuse of power that must be publicly and unequivocally condemned. The group plans to protest this Saturday morning. We have reached out to ICE for comment on that situation and that arrest out in Elgin. We have yet to hear back.
Family, I got to ask you guys. I have to. I just really want to know. Do you guys care? Does this hurt any of you guys' feelings? Do you guys want this to change? Or are y'all telling them to hold their own fajitas? If it's hold your own fajitas, can I get a 100 in the chat? Because I got a strange feeling that my foundational Black Americans, especially the ones who are in here, we in the house, don't give a damn.
We're not doing shit. Please do. Hey, that's for work, bro. That's for work. Hey, what the? Don't touch me, dude. What's
A fourth grader from Torrance behind bars tonight being held by ICE after.
There goes little Hector again. But before we get to little Hector, fam, watch how this ICE agent look. Look, he got his hands right around dude's throat. Look at this, fam.
Hey, that's for work, bro. That's for work.
Damn.
Hey, what the work, bro? That's for work. Hey, what the? Don't touch me, dude. What's
A fourth grader from Torrance behind bars tonight being held by ICE after going to an immigration hearing with his father. Tonight, teachers and community members at his elementary school are coming together to bring Martyr Lara home.
Block the back! Hey! She's a minor! Hey, she's a minor! Minor!
¿Qué tienes?
Hey,
damn. This week in deportation across the nation, they ain't playing. There you go. There you have it. That's what's happening. And all the while, these people are upset at foundational Black Americans. Priorities need to get in order. Let me also say something as well. You notice the reason why these ICE agents have their face covered, right? There's two reasons behind it, and I'm going to give them to you. One of the main reasons why they have their face covered, the ICE agents, is because they've been getting doxxed. And since they've been getting doxxed, which should be illegal, because if me and you go out and dox anybody who's a federal agent, they would be at our goddamn door. But that's another issue, right? It's not just, though, that the fact that they're getting doxxed. What's happening is a lot of them have to have masks on is because a lot of them are Latinos. Yeah, a lot of them are Latinos, and they're locking up their fellow Latino. That's why. You notice one thing about a lot of these ICE agents, fam, about 60% of them are white folks, and then the other portion are all Latinos. This is Mr. Hector locking up Mr. Julio. Mr. Julio's locking up Mr. Pedro. Mr. Pedro's locking up Mr. Romero. All of them are locking each other up. That's why a lot of them have masks on. So you can see it in every single video. These people are locking up their own people because there ain't no unity in the FLIR community. And FBA's been on that. We've been seeing that. We've been called that out. So now what? What you have here, family, are the same people who've been running around here pretending that they're so appalled by what's going on and the issues facing everyone. In reality, y'all, what it truly is that these people know. These people know exactly what's going on. Y'all locking each other up because who's against illegal immigration more than a Latino? Because if you understand these people want to be mayos and they know there's only 2 seats at the table of the honorary mayo, of the mascot mayo, they all want to be mascots, all right? They want to be a mascot mayo. They understand there's only 2 seats at that table. So if there's only 2 seats at that table, that means that you don't want another 28 million illegals coming here because that's 28 million people that you got to fight for to get that mascot position. So they say, get them the hell out of here. One thing about these people, fam, and the FBA's been calling it out, they all want a spot at the table of the dominant society, and they will turn on each other for that 1 or 2 positions. This is why these folks cannibalize each other. And speaking of cannibalizing, we're going to talk about that as well. Before we do that, there's this thing going out now where they're trying to blame Black people. I want to bring this to everybody's attention, okay? There's this thing now where they're talking about those bounty hunters, and we already broke down the bounty hunters. You're starting to see a lot of Jethros and Billy Bobs who are locking up or attempting to arrest these illegals, but in reality, they're really just militia people. They're random W's. We called this like 3 months ago. We said you're going to have your average Chad or Brad, and they're going to get fake ICE badges. They're going to get fake ICE hats and fake ICE uniforms, and they're going to start pulling Latinos over. But that's coming from the Mayo community. Do y'all know now Latinos are trying to blame that on Black people? Now, y'all know every single thing that you see of a fake ICE agent is always a W. But now they're trying to say, oh, the black people are doing it. But when we look at these black folks that they claim are the fake bounty hunters, we're seeing some janky ass hairlines too. Yeah. Family, let's go ahead and do some real chopping it up in here tonight. And we're going to show everybody these folks are out here trying to dump that off on us. Look at that person right there you see on your screen. Ain't nothing about that a black American. And y'all look at this. They're trying to say it's black Americans out here pulling over these people as fake bounty hunters. But these folks, fam, are clear as day tethers. Look at this. Men are posing as ICE agents to RAPE Latinas. Here's what we know. Watch.
Posing as ICE officers to assault and Latinas. Here's what we know. In Brooklyn, a man told a 51-year-old Latina.
Freeze! Look at that! Family, that's a goddamn tether. That is a tether, family. That is no black American. Hell no. Hell no. Look at this right here.
A man told a 51-year-old Latina woman he was an ICE agent. He led her to a stairwell, tried to rape her, beat her, and stole her phone. Men are posing as ICE officers. Men are posing as ICE officers to assault and Latinas. Men are posing as ICE officers to assault and Latinas. Here's what we know. In Brooklyn, a man told a 51-year-old Latina phone and purse. In North Carolina, men are posing.
Fam, they better try again. Look at this right here. Y'all tell me right there. That ain't no damn black American. That ain't no black American. You better try another one, family. You know like I know. Look at that hairline. That's a damn Somalian. That's a Somalian all day. Don't sit here and come to us and be like, oh, it's the blacks now. I told you, every time these people are in a jam, the first thing they turn around and do is start saying that it's black Americans who did it. FBA. And when you look at these damn hairlines, them hairlines do not say FBA. Those hairlines say Somalia, they say Ethiopia, they say Nigeria, they might even say Haiti along the way, but it does not say foundational black American. Ain't no goddamn way. So you can see right there, fam, they're trying to dump that off on us. You ain't seen no black folks out there in them streets.
He didn't have sex with him. Please stay safe. Try to travel in groups when you can and carry legal self-defense tools like pepper spray, bear mace, or a personal alarm. But always check your state's laws to make sure what you're legally allowed to carry, since this varies by state. However, beware. Using force against a real officer, even in self-defense, can carry serious legal consequences.
Freeze. That's what I'm talking about, fam. These people are trying to dump that off on foundational black Americans, knowing damn well that's them. Knowing damn well that's them. And that's being outed. If you think that was bad, fam, you got even more footage that's coming out showing you clear as day that these individuals are trying to say that the blacks is out there doing it. This is why we delineated. This is why we separated. This is why we're on a whole different page from these people, because we understand that they'll try to cosplay into our lineage so they can get benefits, or they do a crime that says black folks. All of that flat blackness is over. There ain't no more such thing as flat blackness. You're going to have to stand on your ethnicity now. And that's what we've done, fam. We've made it clear that your ethnicity is going to be what it's going to be. But you cannot be a certified found black American. Look at this right here. Does this look like a black person, y'all? Look at this. This is another person impersonating a law enforcement officer. But it ain't no black person.
Okay. So can I see it? Your badge number. Can you identify yourself if it's police?
Call the cops. You're a citizen.
Oh, yes. And as a citizen, I'm taking care of my community.
Call the cops.
Okay. And as a citizen, I'm taking care of my community.
Oh my God, you're one of those that you know that you think you're the law.
I do not think that I'm the law. Complete opposite.
Stay here. You have to go to other things. So yeah. Okay.
What's up, guy?
We're all in public, so they have the right to know. I understand that. So thank you
Yeah,
very much.
You guys already have my picture. It's fine. Are you ICE or HSI?
Right there, fam. That looks like a Latino. That man is a Latino, family. That man is a Latino.
Get the fuck out of here, but you're not welcome here. Hey, excuse me. They're offending me.
Look at that, fam. He's even got an accent. He's even got an accent, fam. These are Latinos who are being Latino bounty hunters to lock up Latino illegals. This is what it is. This is why they be wearing a mask all the time, fam. I'm telling you right now, this is why. You can see it. We see it, fam. You know exactly what these individuals are trying to do. You know what they're trying to say, and they're not going to get away with it. Foundational Black Americans see through all that. Look at that. Listen to the man talk. You can hear this man ain't us.
Hey, excuse me. They're offending me right here. They're offending me right here.
They're offending me, man. There you go. That right there, family. These individuals, clear as day, are trying to run these games, man. We know all of that. We know exactly what they're trying to say, fam. That's their issue. Going back to the main point. Y'all out here getting locked up. Y'all getting snatched up. You ain't putting that on us. You got Latinos who are being bounty hunters to lock up Latinos. Half of the ICE agents are Latinos. Y'all got some internal issues that y'all need to work on. Y'all need to go ahead and fix because FBA ain't got nothing to do with none of that. That's all on y'all. And when we say that these people got their own little issues going on and they're out here in these streets upset, hurt, broke down, battered, that is because they didn't want to get the issue in what we were trying to tell them. That is also because they're being exploited for wanting to be a part of the dominant society. That's why we say, family, it's over for every last one of these tethers. These tethers have reached their end. They've reached the spot where it stops. But you're going to see a bunch of different outcomes. One of the outcomes you're going to see is these people having meltdowns and breakdowns. One of the issues you're going to see is some of these folks get mad. Some of these people run. Some of these people self-deport. But either way, they all go back to the same exact issue, fam. They all go back to the point is it's over for them in the United States. It's over. You are never going to see these people hit U-turns and come back around to America. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. How do I know it's a wrap, family? It's because when these people are on their way out the door and they still haven't tethered tears, you know it's something. But remember, this time a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they was talking reckless, fam. They was following us everywhere because they thought they were good. There won't be no FBA EBT cards. I said it before. There won't be no FBA assistance programs. Never. Now you got to hold your own, and it's clear they can't hold their own. The world now is identifying what FBA been talking about. Y'all seeing this tether right here? Watch this one right here. Now this tether's out here talking about something. You guys said that you were the original black folks. Well, what about the 14th Amendment? And it makes no sense what he's saying. What he's saying don't add up. And all this is another TikTok tether who now is realizing that he's got to go home. Fam, a lot of those TikTok tethers, them accounts are about to be gone because they're about to be gone. So you ain't going to see them running their mouth no more because they're about to be back in their homeland. You see what happens, family, when these people got to do their own thing? They ain't got nothing.
Okay. So ever since Trump passed what he passed, right? The whole 6-3 judges and all that, I see a lot of FBA coming online celebrating, saying, turn in your passport, saying it's time for you to go home, saying Trump just solidified indigenous Black Americans and their rights to the land and all that. So I'm just wondering, like, does this mean we have been arguing with dumb people called FBA? Because the whole basis of the argument was you said you're not African. You said you're indigenous to the land. You said you were here before the white man showed up with slaves. So why are you celebrating about an executive order, 14th Amendment, that was passed for slave children of slaves? I thought you're not from Africa, you're indigenous. So how are you a child of a slave then?
Because the black people who were here originally, they ended up getting mixed in with some of those slaves who came here. That's why Mr. Fufu, he thought he ate, didn't he? You could tell he's starving anyway. What do you mean by that? You said that you are not a African, but you were indigenous. Which one is it? Y'all notice tethers never make any points? You ever notice, fam, they be thinking they said something, you be sitting there like, what? Damn if it landed or not. Nothing they say even takes off. Foundational Black Americans clearly are the indigenous people. Foundational Black Americans clearly been here before. And foundational Black Americans ain't hearing none of your talk, Mr. Fufu. This is Fufu babble right here. Clear as day.
How? You guys will celebrate anything, even your demise. I swear to God, you Black Americans, anything the white man says, right? Contrary to Africans or any other person, you celebrate. Even if it is at your own detriment, you celebrate. Now, FBAs are celebrating 14th Amendment for slave kids. And they say they were not slaves, they are indigenous. You guys.
So what is it? Black fighting against black now? I just simply made it a post, and almost every Black American is cursing me out, saying I should leave their country. Like, do y'all think that you're white now? Y'all think that you're white? Because look at my skin color. I'm black. I'm a black man.
Watch what he's saying. Watch what he's saying, family. By the way, what accent is this? What accent does this guy have, y'all? Y'all let me know what accent you hear, because I hear tether babble, and sometimes it's quite difficult for me to hear through the tether babble and pick a location, because you've seen and heard one tether, you heard them all. Listen to what he's saying. He's sitting there trying to pull that we all black stuff. That's why I say you better put foundational on black. If not, you ain't going nowhere. Listen to what he's trying to do. He's going to use Black American, and he's going to try to use descendant of slaves, but he ain't neither one of us.
Y'all think that you're white? Because look at my skin color. I'm black. I'm a black man. Just like you.
No, you ain't just like me. You're a melanated immigrant.
Just like you. I'm black, just like you. All I was saying is, I'm a baby of slave too, just not America. But
oh, hell no, Mr. Fufu. Hell no. If you don't get the hell up out of here with that. That's what I was telling everybody, fam. Fam, this is why we use the term foundational Black American. If you run around and you just say, I'm a Black American, you're going to get these people who show up and say, look, I'm black like you, man. Yeah, he Haitian, Jamaican. I'm hearing all that, right? Man, I'm black like you. Notice that he's trying to use the avenue of two doors. He's trying to use the flat blackness of Black American, which they could just say, I'm black as well. And he's also trying to use the baby of slaves. And I said that they was going to do that. You're going to have people popping up from Haiti, people popping up from Jamaica, people pop up from Africa. And they're going to say, well, we got slaves as well. Technically, I'm a descendant of slaves, but they're not going to tell you where those slaves are from. This is why we airtight our verbiage by putting foundational Black American on it. Foundational Black American freedmen. It's got to be airtight, y'all. Flat blackness is going to allow these people to kind of slide through in and get by us. We can't allow them people to do none of that. So you can see right here, that's exactly what Mr. Fufu's trying to do. Trying to say he's a baby of slaves. A baby of a slave in Haiti ain't got nothing to do with America.
Saying his, I'm a baby of slave too, just not America.
And that's all that matters. Just not America. And you're a baby of fleers, all right? You're a baby of fleers, you're a grandbaby of fleers, and you're a great-grandbaby of fleers. You come from a lineage of fleers. You come from a heritage of fleers. You have an offspring of fleers. Every last one of your people flee, so you ain't nothing like me.
But since y'all want to separate yourself and y'all want to fight against different black people all over the world, then y'all do that. I really don't care. I do that. I don't know if it's a thing now where black fighting against black. I'm not sure what it is, but y'all crazy, bro. Trump says birthright citizenship is on.
Freeze. Now, family, this comes after he started running his mouth. What you just saw right there is when he thought things were good. Now look at it. Breaking news. Trump said birthright citizenship was meant for the baby of slaves. Watch how he starts talking now. Watch the defeated look in his face, fam.
Only for baby of slaves. It was meant for baby of slaves, not for everybody else. So at least one parent in the United States has to have a green card or some document that shows.
No, over here, Mr. Fufu. Look at his face, y'all. Look at him. He's defeated now. Reality is setting in on all these tethers, y'all. Reality. I told everybody. The birthright citizenship cancelization was the final straw. You can run around talk about the baby of slaves. You can run around talking about a descendant of slaves. You can run around talking about birthright citizenship left and right. When Trump came out and made that statement, that was the final straw for them. Now he's starting to realize, it's starting to kick in that he's nothing like us, not at all. And you see the defeated look. It's funny. All of that tough talk, it done turned around. He ain't even looking at the camera.
That you're legally staying in the United States of America. At least one parent have to have documents to show, or else then the baby won't be able to stay in the United States. The baby.
Nah, bro. No. Look, fam, he ain't looked at the camera once. Got him, y'all. I'm telling you. These people done got a rude awakening. All that tether energy of 2004 done disappeared. All that tether energy of 2023 done disappeared. 2025 done showed up and put a foot in their ass. Now these people are shook.
show, or else then the baby won't be able to stay in the United States. The baby won't be a United States citizen.
Oh, he hurt. He hurt. Fam, he ain't. Look at him. Look at him, fam. Look at that face. Look, fam, that ain't tough talk no more. That ain't what he was just saying earlier. That ain't what he was just saying a minute ago. A minute ago, he was talking reckless. Look at him right here, family. Look at him. Look, he's looking at the camera. He's smiling. He's talking about, I'm black like you. We are black. Yes, we are. Look at me. I'm black, man, aren't I? Now look at him right here. Boom. That shows you the difference between when they thought they were going to be FBAs and when they found out, hell no, you can never be FBA. He ain't the only one. Watch this tether. There's another tether that's been running around here, and he's been talking reckless about FBA. Now look how he sees that the birthright citizenship ain't going to be a pass. Watch this.
So you want to put people's kids in the Florida Everglades? Would you put your own kids down there, bitch ass, MAGA? Bitch. That's what you would. That's where you want to put people's kids.
Why you mad? He mad, y'all. You bitch MAGA. You MAGA. This man was running around here saying, all black people are my responsibility. I can talk on black American issues. Fam, because they know they don't have their green cards. Their paperwork ain't straight. It ain't just birthright citizenship. Now they know they can't dump off an anchor baby, and they don't have green cards themselves. And that temporary status is up and eliminated. This is what this is about, y'all. Watch him here. He's upset.
In the Florida Everglades, filled with alligators, snakes, dangerous reptiles, mosquitoes, dangerous algae. That's where you want to put people's kids. Bitch ass MAGA. Would you put your grandkids down there or your own kids down there? Why you want to cut them off from legal representations? You want to isolate people. You want to cut them off from communication so they can't get an attorney. They can't get legal representation. They can't talk to family members. There's not even a phone signal in the fucking Florida Everglades. Not even a phone signal. Do you have a hospital out? There's no health care out there. Why you want to put people's kids in the Florida Everglades when you would never put your own kids or grandkids in the freaking Florida Everglades?
He's not, fam. When did Donald Trump say anything about kids? They said illegal criminals. Notice now he's trying to say the kids. You putting the kids out there? No, Missy Mutombo. Ain't nobody saying nothing about no kids. It's illegal. Criminals. What it is that you feel your damn kid gonna be there, and your kid ain't gonna be an anchor baby that gives you money and gives you access to coming to America. Look how mad he is. This is the same tether that been running around here, running his mouth. Now his ass is scared.
Filled with gators, dangerous snakes, bobcats, Florida mountain lions, all types of bullshit that's dangerous to people's lives.
In birthright citizenship, what it means is that brand new babies will be deported. What you'll see or start to see is ICE agents in neonatal care in hospitals awaiting babies to be born. So how will this impact that child? Well, first off, like I said, ICE will be in hospitals and they'll deport that child to wherever the parents are from. When that baby goes to whatever country the parents are from, they're going to have problems in that country also. When that baby goes to whatever country the parents are from, they're going to have problems in that country also, because that government will not recognize that child as being born on that soil, because now
he said on that soil. He can't even say soil right. And you know what? That's the same rules everywhere. You're not recognized as from a place if you ain't from the place. So you're trying to put your tether laws on America, and it's not working. Yes, they are going to be sitting there right there in the waiting room. As soon as Mrs. Selena or Mrs. Joloff drops that baby's going right back to where the parents are from, just like they do everywhere.
that child does not have a home base. That child does not have a home base per se. You know what I'm saying? That's what will come down to. So don't be surprised if you see heists start showing up at hospitals.
Did he say heist? Fam, did he say ice or heist? I can't even make out what this man's saying.
Showing up at hospitals, what will come down to. So don't be surprised if you see heists. Be surprised if you see heists. If you see heists start showing up at hospitals and neonatal cares just standing in the hallway where the nurses work and waiting, checking paperwork to see if the mother is a citizen or the dad is a citizen, and waiting for that baby to be born so they can sweep it up and deport the brand new newborn baby. That's where you.
This man said heist is going to come get you on the Hoyle. Somebody get this man some damn English lessons, because he clear as hell needs some. And it's also clear as hell that he thinks that foundational Black Americans is going to fall for that one. You better call heist. That's what you bets to do's, because it ain't scones to works, partner. No, family. These people understand now. I want everybody to read the body language. Read the body language. Remember, when they thought things were good, they were talking very uppity and very chipper. Now, everything is coming down. The birthright citizenship canceling, that was the final straw, y'all. They have nothing else. They have nothing going for them. They will never be able to pull nothing else off. They understand that. That was their final thing. See, they thought that if they have a baby here in the United States of America, then they could end up getting some type of stake in the United States. Meaning, if I fail, my baby can get me in. All right. If I lose, which I'm used to losing, my baby can provide an opportunity. Now that baby can't get you in. No more anchor babies. The anchor baby hoax is done. It's a wrap. So when the anchor baby can't be here no more, neither can you, Mr. Mutombo. But let's not sit there and talk about any of them who are so upset, because remember, y'all said that y'all not Black. And a lot of these people been running around here saying how Black they're not. And FBA's been calling out the fact that they only want to be Black when it's convenient. Whenever they can try to use what FBA created, then they want to be Black. They never gave a damn about Blackness. Hell, in their own homelands, they tell everybody that they're not Black and FBA are the only Black ones. So now when we say they're the only Black ones, they want to throw a hissy fit. Family, we know they've been running around here all damn day long talking about how Black they're not. Well, you choose to be a melanated immigrant, then you're going to have to be a melanated immigrant, and you can hold your own melanated immigrant NUTs, because you can't have none of these. Look at this. These people been running around here talking about their Jamaican roots, right? Okay, well, look at their Jamaican roots and how their Jamaican roots family tell everybody that they don't identify as being Black in the first place. So don't ask Black Americans to help you.
There is a big difference between how Jamaicans and Americans view Blackness. It appears to me that Jamaicans don't necessarily say I'm Black or I'm this or I'm that. They will first and foremost say I am Jamaican. Why is that? Explain that to me.
Jamaicans will readily say I am a Jamaican, but hesitate to say I am Black or identify with any of the movements globally. But that when it's time, whenever something happens that is a racial incident, the Jamaicans can identify with it, but it's not the same thing as living every day with a
No, fam, don't listen to this lady. This lady, you're capping, okay? What this lady's trying to say is that, oh, they don't identify as Black, but when something bad happens, it activates their Blackness, and then they understand, no, when something bad happens, you want to start cosplaying Blackness so Black Americans can come help you. Watch the way she's trying to twist her words. She's trying to make it look like, oh, they understand Blackness when things get rough. You're supposed to understand Blackness when it ain't rough, when it is rough, when you wake up, when you go to bed, when you eat lunch, when you eat breakfast, when you eat dinner. Winter, spring, fall, summer, you're supposed to be Black. Don't tell me you get Black when somebody pulls you over, then it's we all Black, brother.
Whenever something happens that is a racial incident, the Jamaicans can identify with it, but it's not the same thing as living every day with a consciousness of Blackness.
So, given all of that, and the fact that Jamaicans may not even right off the bat say, I am Black, but it's innately understood, why is it then that Jamaicans get upset when someone like Donald Trump says Kamala Harris turned Black?
At the heart of that is a certain kind of white privilege that ought to be named for what it is. I can understand why it would be seen as egregious, completely problematic for someone to determine that another can't claim who they want to be or how they.
No, fam, you got to understand. Family, I need to see y'all face before I let this woman babble some more. That woman's trying to run interference. What it is that she's getting asked questions that she can't hide from. If she was talking to one of us, she'd be tether babbling, and she'd be talking about we're xenophobic and we're divisive. What she's trying to do now is flip-flop. You got to understand this, and I want everybody to know this. If somebody does not see being black, then that means that they identify with white supremacy. Remember that. How can they say Donald Trump has white privilege when they don't even know what black is? How do you know what white is if you don't know what black is? I thought you didn't see color. You mean to tell me that you only see color with white people? That means that you see white supremacy. That's what it is. Don't listen to these people say, me no black. I wasn't black until I came to America. What is blackness? But then they turn around and say, oh, look, white supremacy. No, If you don't understand blackness in the mirror, then you can't understand white supremacy when it's in Donald Trump. Easy work. Easy. They know what time it is. These people run around and they try to put on that jacket and that costume whenever it's beneficiary to them. And it's usually when that white supremacist they want to be like comes crashing down on them. The whole planet wants to become melanated immigrant to black American whenever they need help. That's it. Your blackness can't run through trying to get FBA on board because FBA ain't y'all. And what we done cut them all off. We pulled that tether plug out the wall, and now you got to stand on your own business. Anybody who says me no black is someone who thinks they are dark white. That's what it is, family. And you know it, we know it, and they can't run and hide from it.
They want to be seen in the world. And I think Jamaicans would get upset because it is out of order for anyone to determine that you can't say who you are in the world.
Okay, then how come y'all get mad when we say that we're FBA? That don't make no sense. It's contradicting your fellow Jamaicans.
It is out of order for anyone to determine that you can't say who you are in the world.
All right, cool. Then I say that I'm a foundational black American, and I say y'all not like us. There you go then. There you go. Simple as that. If that's what it's going to be. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. So it's funny how they can sit there and talk about everybody else, and everybody else can be who they want to be. That's what she just said. It is wrong and out of way to tell someone they can't be who they want to be. All right, well, I'm a foundational black American, lineage, heritage, and culture, and I have nothing to do with you guys. How about that? We're from two different areas, two different backgrounds, two different offsprings. We went through our own ethnogenesis, and you guys aren't us. Oh, let me guess. It's a problem when we say that, though, right? See, when foundational black Americans start to say that, then out of nowhere, they got a problem with it. So if everybody else can say it, we can say it. And then on top of all of that, they go through all of those lies. That's tether babble. You got to listen to a tether because they're desperate. A desperate person will say a very, very desperate lie right in front of you. They don't like the fact that FBA sees through it. The next step they're going to go to, fam, is run around and say, y'all know we all going to get picked up because white folks see us as all the same. Let me tell everybody something nobody wants to talk about, but we going to talk about it. White folks know the difference between a black American and a melanated immigrant. Whether that melanated immigrant is from Haiti, that melanated immigrant is from Africa, that melanated immigrant is from Jamaica or anywhere else, you pick. And I'm going to tell you, white folks know the difference. When Donald Trump says the babies of slaves, he can walk down the street, see a black American, he can see a melanated African, and he knows they are not the same people. The only folks out here who try to combine the two of them are the melanated immigrants who want our birthright citizenship, or it's the Democrats who want to give our birthright citizenship to those melanated immigrants so they can get votes. The whole damn world knows it except for them. So you've been seeing these people running around here and say, y'all do know they can't tell the difference. Shit, y'all right now pull up a picture of a foundational black American and then pull up a picture of an African, and you can go get Sally Mae Sue from the trailer park on meth. She gonna walk out with her meth pipe. And she gonna say, that's a black American, and that right there, damn African. All right, bye. And then she's gonna go back in there, and she's probably gonna sleep with her brother, and she's gonna hit that pipe for another 17 hours. But even she can see it. So don't allow these people to run around here and start using this language of, y'all know they're gonna see us as all the same, right? No, the hell they won't.
So in regards to them revoking TPS for Haitian immigrants, you know they can't tell the difference between black folks, right?
Now, didn't I say on my last post that us Black Americans are aware that the ICE raids were not just for the Latino community. So now they've started in the Haitian community. Now they're looking to deport the Haitian community. So I was on a live last night and I heard the gentleman going in on Africans, saying how Africans don't like or care for Black Americans. So this is here. Just saw a video of a Haitian community whooping some ICE agent ass.
Family, I seen that video, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it didn't go down like that. And then let me tell you this as well. I don't support it. I am a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen, and I support ICE 100%. Don't try to put that on us. See, fam, now they're trying to come through the window. The door's closed. The back door's closed. They can't get in any windows, so now they're trying to come up underneath. Hell no.
Wasn't nobody getting took. They couldn't outnumber them. So just understand, in the Black community right now, they can't decipher if you Haitian or Black. Right.
Yes, the hell they can. Donald Trump just said it. Donald Trump just came out and said the children of slaves, the babies of slaves, Black Americans built this country. Everybody, including meth head Melissa and Mayo Matthew, know the difference. It's only in these tethered people's brains where they think that folks confuse us. Hell no, we don't confuse us. No one does. These people want to be us so bad that they're now trying to tie in and blend in our look and our phenotype with theirs. Family, you know damn Tupac Shakur ain't Kodak Black. If you don't get the hell up out of here, ain't nobody gonna say, is that Kodak Black or that Tupac? Is that Kodak Pac? No, that's Pac Kodak Shakur. Hell no, ain't no Pac Kodak Shakur. You better try again.
And again, like I said, we all knew that it wasn't just for Latinos. It's for anybody that is not of their caucus status, okay? So get clear, get prepared, get ready, be down. If you see it, do not ignore it. Don't.
No. Donald Trump just said in a press conference that was world news that it does not apply to us. We have been saying that it does not apply to us. That means the whole lineage of FBA, 50 million plus of us, and the Donald Trump administration all say that birthright citizenship in the 14th Amendment belongs to foundational Black Americans and not tethers. What the hell are you talking about? And you're looking very, very much like that skin bleaching lady that we seen in the beginning. Yeah, you're looking like her sister. You had Mrs. Orange, and now you got Mrs. Off Orange. I'm questioning your skin bleaching, homegirl. I'm questioning your whitening, homegirl. But what I ain't questioning is your lineage, because I don't think you a Black American. I think you are a Haitian trying to trick FBA to go fight for Haitians, even though it is abundantly clear that they are getting deported and we support it. Easy.
Don't ignore it. Don't pull your camera out. Don't pull your cameras out. It's over for the camera and the filming. Okay? It's over for the camera and the filming right now. Because now, you know, they got their quota with the Hispanic community. They're going after the Black community.
Y'all know how like Cubans think they're exceptional? Like people won't look at them like they look at all the other Latinos, and they think they have like this privilege that the rest of them don't have. I feel like foundational Black Americans are the Cubans of the Black community. I was reading this post about how Haitians are now being deported and how they're going to be targeted. And I'm looking at the comments and I see foundational Black Americans, people who are claiming they're foundational Black Americans, that they're good. There's nothing, they have nothing to worry about. And I just like, you are such a dumb because you look just like me. I'm not Haitian, by the way, but you just look like me. You look like the Haitian that's going to get deported.
Where? Who? Partner, the bottom of my shoe don't look like you. Okay? Fam, my shoe is pulling way more broads than you, partner. Don't compare yourself to my damn Nikes, partner. Fam, you ain't sniffed a woman. You couldn't even get that orange woman from earlier. If you don't try again, nobody look like you. He looked like the guy in the club who can't get no women, and he sees somebody walk in, and he be like, man, boy, woo, a lot of girls in here tonight. Woo, you see that one? I'm going to get that one over there in the corner. No, the hell you not. You may get the corner, the wall, but you ain't going to get the girl who's sitting against the wall. You ain't getting nothing like no black American man. I don't know where you from. You sitting there saying, oh, I'm not Jamaican or Haitian now. You don't even tell us where you're at. If you don't sit down, Mr. I can't get a woman. Shout out to Sinbad. If you don't sit the hell down, you don't look like a player. You don't look like you getting women. And I know you ain't FBA, and you don't look like FBA because FBA men get women, all right? You ain't getting one goddamn woman. Ain't no way in hell. So you better try again, homeboy.
We look alike. You think these white people are going to look at you and be like, oh, he's not Haitian. He's a foundational black American.
Yeah.
No. They're going to see your black ass and take your ass to a prison and then deport your dumb ass.
The Trump administration.
Man, boy, fam. Can somebody call the alligator? Get that goddamn alligator on the phone. Somebody hit that damn alligator up and let me go ahead and send the alligator that guy's way. He looked like he might want to go hang out with the alligator. He might like the alligator because you know he can't get no women. Family, this man running around here talking about, don't we look alike? I ain't never seen nobody run around and want to look like somebody else so bad. They want to look like us so bad. We all look alike if you think about it, don't we? We all look alike. I look just like Whitney Houston. Don't I look like Whitney Houston? I look like Denzel. I kind of look like it. If I twist my head at a 32-degree angle and I turn my eyebrows to the side and spin the top of my hairline and the sun hits at 7:52 p.m., some people say I look like Denzel. No, the hell you don't, Mr. Fufu. You look like a plate of fufu and jollof. That's what the hell you look like.
Administration is telling 520,000 Haitians that came in under the Biden-Harris administration that it is time to go back home. The Trump administration is saying all Haitians that are in temporary protective status need to self-deport themselves before October. If they self-deport themselves, they will have a free plane ticket back home and $1,000 once they land in Haiti. Under the Biden-Harris administration, they flew in hundreds of thousands of Haitians into America using the CPB-1 app. Also, Biden, before he left office, gave these Haitians temporary protective status so they could stay in America up until October 2026. Well, the Trump administration is moving this a year ahead, saying you need to be out of here by October 2025. And if you do it the right way, you go back to Haiti, you can reapply to come into America the correct way. One thing odd about this is Democrats are upset about Trump deporting these people back to their country. For the whole 4 years when Biden and Harris were in office, nobody could admit that people were coming into our country. Now the Trump administration wants to deport over 520,000 illegal immigrants from Haiti. That is proof that the Biden-Harris administration brought those people into America.
Freeze. Family, let me ask y'all this question. Matter of fact, let me make this statement, okay? That right there is why they want to look like us. Deportation to have somebody wanting to look like Denzel. Fam, deportation to have somebody wanting to look like all of us. They be like, man, we look so much alike. Soon as that birthright citizenship canceling hoax was done, they ran to the internet and started saying how much they look like black Americans. And they know damn well deportation had them doing crazy things. You better take that money and you better go the hell home because you can't stay here. Hell to the no. Now, watch this, fam. This right here is one of them Latinos, and ICE done came to get him, and his roommate was like, he couldn't even pack his clothes. He couldn't even gas his car up. This is what happens when ICE comes to calling.
He didn't even get a chance to pack his up, man. Look at his cars. 2 cars. Everything. Tools. Everything. Nice yard. Nice ass house. Damn, that's up, ICE. Fully furnished. Nice. Nice.
Look at fam, food's still on the table. Fam, food is on the table. He got up out of here in a hurry. Look at that, fam, fully furnished. They snatched his stuff up so quick. They didn't even let this man stay for breakfast. They said, get him gone. Get him ghost. They done sent his ass all the way out. You see how quick that happens? You see how fast that worked? They got that man up out of there so fast. The food is still on the table. I be damned. That's what happens, fam. You can't say nothing about it. That's just the way the ball bounces.
Furnished. Nice. Nice. Man. Fuck ice.
Quit crying. He they took my friend. My friend is gone. He's gone forever. Now, watch this lady. Watch how this next lady family, what she's trying to do is trying to convince us to save them by not using the word black. Watch this.
It's nice. Very nice, man. That's up. He didn't even get a chance.
Black people are next is their way to pull out our emotions for deporting our Haitian brother and sisters. And they're saying, how can they tell the difference between a Haitian versus a Black American? This is the time. This is right now why we as Aboriginal Indigenous Americans need to be correcting our status. That is how they won't get us mixed up. If you are tracing your genealogy to right here on this land and you have the proper documents to prove it, no one will be taking you anywhere. So now when it was the Hispanics and the Latinos, we had to sit back because that wasn't our fight. Now this is where we have to understand the power of an emotional pull, and power of an emotional pull when they are attacking people who look like us. And we're going to have these emotional ties because of the color of our skin.
Stop. Fam, do not listen to these fake, deep-ass people when they be talking about, because when you burn sage in the room, it makes the melanin pop out, and then the stars start telling us we all black. I want y'all to notice how, I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking she may be Latino. I'm being honest, fam. I'm not sure if she's a Black American. Listen to what she's saying. She's trying to get us to stop saying black, because there's a new wave now of people who are trying to get us to stop saying we're black. And they're using all of these other terms that, quite frankly, are interchangeable with black, okay? She's trying to say foundational Black Americans need to get our paperwork together. Our paperwork is together. Get your documentation together. Our documentation is together. It's called a goddamn birth certificate. It's called your mama. It's called your daddy. It's called your family. Our paperwork is already there. Who the hell ever said it was in question? What's in question is her. I'm not believing her. And now she's trying to use this thing about what we need to call ourselves. Family, you are a foundational Black American. If you get pulled over and you start saying that I am a copper-colored indigenous Native American from the black side of the left end, your ass is going to get snatched up. Don't allow these people to come around here now and try to get you to be something other than black. It's all about black. That's the new wave. First, they didn't want us to say we were Americans. Now they're trying to get us to stop saying black. They just jump from one to one to one. They play tether hopscotch, and they're jumping all over the place trying to get foundational Black Americans to quit saying that we're black. One, so they can pick it up, and two, so they can drag us down with them. We're not falling for none of that. You already know what she's trying to do, okay? Who was in my space the other day? I'm going to put up a space here in a day or so, okay? Who was in my space? If anybody was in my space that I had on Sunday, I think it was, there was a person who came in there, and I completely roasted her, FBA roast, and she was running in there trying to say that we're not black and we need to call ourselves indigenous Indians. That's what she was trying to say, and I roasted her. Easy work, done for. But I was trying to highlight to the family that all of these people now are trying to get us to not say black. Reason why is because they understand they identify with being melanated. They're melanated immigrants. We just seen the Jamaican lady say she's not black. They can no longer come around us and say, me no black, me no black. Now we holding them to that, saying, well, you said you're not black. Well, since you're not black, shout out to you, Natural Tour. I see you, sister. Yeah, then you heard it then. You heard it. We had this Miss Fufu come in there, and she told me that I'm not an American because I identify as black. And then y'all know she compared blackness to a damn crayon. She said, well, black is crayons. She compared and reduced our blackness to a crayon box. Yes, the hell she did. Because now they understand that we say, hold on, you a melanated immigrant. You told us that you not black. You told us that you not one of us. So you ain't black, and we're going to stand on blackness. So now the fact that they seen us be black and proud, they want to try to tell us, well, you was classified as black and black don't mean nothing, so we can reduce ourselves to being something other than black. It's another way, fam. They're going to come in this way, going to come in that way, this way, around, anything they can do. So the new wave now is we look like them. That's what they're going to try to say. And they're going to try to also say that we, black Americans, we're not really black people. So y'all watch that and watch what this woman's doing. Notice how she identified as an indigenous person. Remember, fam, Black American means all of that. Black American means indigenous native. So don't let anybody come and make you reduce the term to a crayon box, and don't let nobody make you take black out of anything you say. Keep saying black. Now, watch this, family. She goes into this whole highlight thing of saying that Haitians look just like us.
Black American, this is the time. This is right now why we as Aboriginal Indigenous Americans need to be correct.
Fam, what the hell does that mean? Aboriginal Indigenous Americans. Family, this is nothing more than the CIA trying to get foundational black Americans to quit using the term foundational. That term is too powerful, everybody. You're going to have a lot of these acronyms come out. We are the indigenous natives of Aboriginal Island on the top of the mountain on Wednesday afternoon. Family, don't go for none of that. Keep saying FBA. We got a good thing going. If it ain't broke, don't break it. Keep saying FBA, y'all.
The difference between a Haitian versus a Black American. This is the time. This is right now why we as Aboriginal Indigenous Americans need to be correcting our status. That is how they won't get us mixed up. If you are tracing your genealogy to right here on this land and you have the proper documents to prove it, no one will be taking you anywhere. So
our status is good. Family, what is she saying? We have great status, fam. There's nothing wrong with our status. There's nothing wrong. Don't let this woman try to make it look like we got bad status. Well, we need to get our paperwork in order. It is. Hello. Our paperwork's always been good for thousands of years. Fam, everyone knows who a foundational Black American is. She's trying to create this fake argument of like, we need to get our paperwork in order or we're going to get deported. Family, our paperwork is absolutely okay. Do not let her come and use this reverse psychology. If us Aboriginal Indigenous natives don't get our paperwork together, then we're going to get deported with the Haitians. That's what she's saying. Brothers and sisters, and I mean my brothers and sisters, don't listen to none of this. Your paperwork's good. Your mama's paperwork's good. Your daddy's paperwork's good. See, that's the thing. FBA's got good paperwork. And people coming around trying to get us to change our paperwork are people trying to get us to be Haitians. Not happening, homegirl.
Now, where when it was the Hispanics and the Latinos, we had to sit back because that wasn't our fight.
Family, she sounds like she's Latino. You heard the way she said Latino? She sounds like Rosie Perez. The Latinos, the Rodriguez and Santiago. This woman's a Latino, fam. I don't believe this is a Black American. I don't believe this is a Black American at all. Family, this is Tether number 3078. That's pretending to be a Black American. It's the damn United Nations when it comes to all these different races that are playing in front of our face saying that they're FBA, fam. This is a Latino woman.
To right here on this land and you have the proper documents to prove it, no one will be taking you anywhere. So now when it was the Hispanics and the Latinos, we had to where. So now when it was the Hispanics and the Latinos.
Now, I don't know no Black American woman who talks like that with that type of dialect. That is a Latino dialect. Somebody said Cardi L. Yeah, you ain't lying. This Cardi Flea. You ain't lying. Fam, no sister talks like that. No sisters got that dialect, that Latino, because y'all know Latino people, they'll talk English all day. Yes, yes, sir. Yep, that is good. As soon as they say Latino, they'll be like, Latina. Just 20 minutes ago, you said everything sounded like Rebecca. And then as soon as you start saying, well, I believe that going to the store with Mrs. Santiago says, nah, I heard a real Santiago in her damn dialect. This is Mrs. Santiago.
Anywhere. So now when it was the Hispanics and the Latinos, we had to sit back because that wasn't our fight. Now, this is where we have to understand the power of the emotional pull, and power of an emotional pull when they are attacking people who look like us. And we're going to have.
She threw that in again, fam. She keeps throwing that in. People who look like us. People who look like us. She'll say 5 sentences and then say that again. She'll say 6 sentences and then repeat it.
So get our business in order.
It's in order.
While this is popping off and while they're threatening melanated people, this is definitely our time to be getting our business in order, correcting our statuses, getting our proper documents, proving that we were here. Is no.
Fam, we were here and it's called a birth certificate. That ain't nothing but a damn Latino. Fam, I'm not buying none of that. Okay, go on. Get the hell up out of here, Cardi Fleet. Listen, fam, we are super good. Super good. Paperwork is so goddamn strong. And that's why we say certified foundational Black American. Certified meaning a birth certificate. Birth certificates ain't born here. Born here meaning 14th Amendment. And my mama got one. My mama's mama got one. My mama's mama got one. We all here. We all good and it's all clear. These people trying to keep reiterating that we need to get our paperwork and documents in order. Hell no. Especially when she's saying Santiago. Okay, Santiago can go the hell about here because foundational Black Americans ain't going for none of that. Fam, shout out to my brother Tariq. As we sit here and we're chopping it up right now, this is live. My brother Tariq just posted this. I seen and it came across my timeline. Shout out to Tariq for this one, fam. Look what Tariq just posted. Goddamn. Y'all know us FBAs. That go for all of y'all. All 2.3 thousand of y'all and myself included. Y'all know we all must be on the same wavelength, fam, because we think the same. Tariq just posted this. It said, if a cop pulled us over, is he going to add who FBA? No, the cop gonna tell everybody that FBA is right there, and you are hell away from being a foundational Black American. Shout out to Tariq for this one. I be damn, family. These people know what the hell they trying to do, fam. You see it, fam. Our brother just posted that while we on right now. So you can see, like I can see, that these people ain't us, and foundational Black Americans ain't them, and all these folks got to do is keep on swimming. That's it. That's all. But there's been a hell of a lot of these people coming out. And the reverse psychology is crazy, fam, because when somebody can't fool you, then they try to start hitting you with the reverse psychology and what you need to do. And it starts making no sense, right? This out here is it made no sense. Black America, we're going to put some sense in the game because that's what we've always done. We always bring sense to the table because we sensible people. Apparently they're not, but we are because we running that strong. One of the main things, fam, and one of the quintessential things that these individuals are out here trying to do, trying to perpetrate that ain't working, is they know damn well foundational Black Americans are on game, and we've been calling out how they feel. Remember all those Haitians, fam, that were running their mouth about Juneteenth? Let me tell y'all how they really feel about that whole situation that they got going on. And the situation I'm talking about is that revoked status. Family, y'all look at this right here. I'm going to play it real quick. And I want y'all to see, Haitians are now openly saying that they cried when they found out that they couldn't be us.
Thinking about what this is going to mean for hundreds and thousands of my people.
Passionate testimony of Haitian leaders in the South Florida community echoed through the Cat's restaurant and bar in North Miami Sunday evening.
I don't want just a regular town hall where everybody's venting. We need a strategy session.
The meeting discussed the Trump administration's decision to terminate temporary protective status for about 500,000 Haitians in the U.S. effective in September.
I don't know if 10 weeks is necessarily a sufficient amount of time for someone to disconnect themselves if they've been in this country 15 years.
Haitians in South Florida expressing how they felt when they heard the news.
I was in tears because I felt so. I was in tears. I was in tears. I was in tears because I felt so betrayed that they were telling the American people that Haiti is okay when, as an American citizen who is of Haitian descent, I know that it is not safe, that right now in Port-au-Prince, there are no flights, right there.
No, why are you in tears? Don't be in tears. What you crying for? I want to know why you crying. Why are you in tears? What you mean you in tears? I thought it was all good. Go back to Haiti. Haiti's so great. FBA, we work so bad. We don't handle our business. Why you want to be up underneath us 24/7? Why you got to be always up underneath foundational Black Americans? Go back to Haiti. You going to be fine. Everything's going to work out just good for you. And you ain't got to worry about what foundational Black Americans are over here doing. That sounds like an even exchange. And remember, y'all weren't running around here talking all that nonsense when you thought that you were going to be able to steal what FBA did. Remember all that Juneteenth stuff? Yeah, when it came to Juneteenth, you weren't crying. You was talking about a Caribbean day for Juneteenth. Well, why don't you have a Juneteenth celebration back over there in Haiti? Don't cry now. Tears not accepted.
It's been months since there have not been any flights in Port-au-Prince.
According to the United Nations Human Rights Office, about 2,700 Haitians have been murdered in Haiti within the first 6 months of this year. About 300,000 people of Haitian descent live in the Miami area.
Take your child from all the comforts of America and go back and live in Haiti with me, and where we may or may not have a place that has inside plumbing, for example.
No, listen, fam, that is not a problem. That sounds like a Haiti problem. That sounds like a Haiti problem. Don't come in here talking about something to take my kids back to Haiti. That would just be so bad. No, that's where you're from. Go back to your homeland. How come your homeland is so bad? How come you want to be displaced from where you're from so damn bad? Go back to your homeland and you will be okay. That's your issue. Go on back. Everybody's going to make it. You be good. And the travel ban is still there, so you can have a great damn time, a jolly ass time to be exact. Go back to your homeland. FBA ain't got nothing to say. We over here doing our own goddamn thing. But do not cry now. Fam, again, look at the tears now. Look at these people crying today. They were never on that type of time a few months ago. A few months ago, fam, they thought they was good. They thought they was Gucci. They thought they was running stuff. Remember, Juneteenth just occurred. So now these people got an issue talking about crying. They talking about going home. They talking about fleeing, saying it ain't good enough. Family, it's the same Haiti that you fled from. It's the same one. And notice that she said to come over here and live in luxury. And that luxury is provided by who? Who provides you that luxury to live in? Foundational Black Americans do. Who provides you that? So, family, 2025 is the end of the tethers. And the last step that a tether is ever going to do, fam, is they're going to try to get you to leave America. They're going to have people come out and do this. And they're going to try to say, well, why don't we all leave? All right. No. You're going to leave. See, because FBA has stood on business so much that all their questions to us, all of their reverse psychology, all their statements, all their tether babble has all got the same answer. Hell no. And now we have reached the hell no generation. Didn't I tell everybody? I told everybody 3 years ago. I said we used to be in the yes we can era. Now it's the hell to the no era. Hell to the no, we ain't friends. Hell to the no, we not allies. Hell to the no, we not buddies. And hell to the no, you ain't FBA. I told everybody that this was the hell to the no era. And all that yes we can talk, that went away with Barack Obama and his failed career, in which we ruined in the first damn place. We ushered it on in, and now everybody's living in it. You picked the hell to the no. What y'all got? Y'all tell me, hell to the no what? Hell to the no, we are not friends. Hell to the no, we're not coming to your rally. Hell to the no, foundational Black Americans ain't got no capes on. You pick and choose the hell to the no, and you just make sure that you put that on the statement so everybody gets the message. Message delivered, message received. You not like FBA, and that era has came in. It's a crazy thing. I remember the yes we can era. Yeah, I remember yes we can. Yes we can cry. Yes we can beg. Yes we can vote for Obama. Yes we can vote blue no matter who. Now it's hell to the no, tell the hold your own nuts. Real simple, real quick, to the point, everybody go home. That part. I love doing things very efficiently. I love it, fam. I love just saying things and boom, it clicks. Now everybody knows FBA ain't going nowhere. FBA ain't budget. I told your ass no before, and I'm telling your ass no now. And if you come back tomorrow, I'm calling ICE. Matter of fact, I might call them right now. So you better go ahead, hit a U-turn, and flee back home. That's what we on. FBA made it clear. This our generation. This our time. We don't give a damn about nobody. Canceling them all up. So they're going to send out these people who are going to try to tell us that we needs to go back to Africa. We needs to go back to Haiti. Why don't we all just leave America? Remember, the person who wants you to leave America is so they can come to America and take your place. Watch this babble right here. Let's pack our SHIT and go back home. And she's trying to make it look like she's talking to Haitians, but she's really trying to talk to us. And guess what? You and your forehead, hell to the no.
We all just say fuck it and let's just pack our shit up and go back home. Sitting in the car thinking, like, why are we letting these blondes disrespect our face like this? Because I don't get them when blondes are up, they respect no concept. Let's just pack our shit, all of us though. We all of us, chaque riche, chaque pas riche, chaque pauvre, all of us. Let's all just pack our shit and go home. Then we'll see what Trump gonna do then. He want to talk about something? Let's give him something to talk about. Let's just all go home. An ale, tout moun, sa ki citizen, sa ki gen TPS, sa ki Biden, sa ki whatever you are, residence, an nou ale. Let's pack our shit, get our kids, and get the fuck up out of here. I don't see why not. Because what the fuck we're gonna do? We're gonna keep sitting here, keep letting this man keep fucking with us? Keep disrespecting our peoples like that? Why? Let's just all go back home. Y'all comment down below and let me know.
No, I'm gonna comment right now. We are home, and I see all my brothers and sisters in the chat right now who is letting it be known. Yeah, y'all trying to get the people to go home who already are home. These damn tellers don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Okay. Yeah, you hear she's in a car. It sounds like it's raining. She's hiding from ICE. And she said, how about we all go home? Go home. Notice that she didn't say where home was. Not one time did she say where her home is. How the hell you talking about home, but you ain't said nothing? Because you still ashamed of your homeland. Family, let's go there. These people are ashamed of their homeland. They don't never want to say their homeland. This is tether number 788 that talked about going somewhere, but never told us where that where is. You ain't tell me where that where is, because it sounds like your ass doesn't want to go home. You just trying to get FBA to come on down there with ya. And FBA ain't going nowhere. Hell no, hell no. And it keeps going back to that statement. Shout out to my brother Gene, certified salute, brother. Yes, you said it best right there, family. Absolutely. We ain't going nowhere but right here. You got to go see. Okay. Citizenship means the people who are citizens from a country. Okay. And I'm not talking about fled here, had to go through paperwork or any of that. We are the real ones. You who had to flee here, go through all types of avenues to get some type of money. You are the fraud. You got to go home and your citizenship is done for. This is what it keeps coming back to. And I want to send a shout out to all the fleers, because what the fleers ended up doing, they started trying to steal birthright citizenship, right? That's what they try to do. And then they try to end up using the 14th Amendment for themselves. And it ended up making it front page headline news. Donald Trump comes out and he says that the birthright citizenship 14th Amendment is for the babies of slaves. Fam, that was free promotion. Free promotion. They ended up putting our citizenship, which is solidified, on the front page without us even having to lift a finger. So I want to send a shout out to all the tethers. You tried to steal from foundational Black Americans, didn't you? You thought you was going to steal from foundational Black Americans. And then you come to find out you ended up doing foundational Black Americans a big, big favor. Our citizenship and us being the originators and the only true Americans, that ended up becoming front page headlines, all based on these tethers in their damn mouth. So like I said before, essentially all they did was put our delineation on the front page. You put our delineation on the front page, and we're absolutely happy about that. That's a great thing. Our delineation should be on the front page. Our delineation is very strong. Our delineation cannot be stopped, and nobody can stop us, because foundational Black Americans, we do a lot of things, fam. But one of the things we do the best is not only drop receipts, but we drop those receipts and has everybody afraid in the process. And a lot of those people who are so afraid were the same people just a few weeks ago that were trying to get us to come to the protest. So you see Fufu number 82, Fufu number 77. You see Joe Loft number 93. Okay. All of those Joe Lofts and Fufus, they're over there complaining, tethers, going back home. Cool. Alligators out there. Good. Now you also got a lot of these Mr. Hectors and Santiagos. They've been popping up as well. And a lot of them are the same ones that were running around here trying to get foundational Black Americans on board with their protests and their marches. And even when Donald Trump made it clear what the 14th Amendment was, they're coming out here trying to say, no, it ain't. They're going to have a hard time. If you guys remember this dude, he was somebody who was so mad because FBA was not going to come to his protest. And he's also the same guy who is so mad that we was calling out that Mexican OT, who, by the way, apologized. Now he's mad about the 14th Amendment. Ha, ha, mother, beep, ha. They all mad because they know that final straw and that final door closed in their face. Hector, stay mad.
I'm trying to figure out why so many African Americans cooked me in my last video, because I said, hey, don't feed into what Donald Trump is saying, that the 14th Amendment was solely for the babies of slaves, that he's weaponizing it to get what he wants and more abuse for his mass deportation. See, when the 14th Amendment came about, it was originally for the babies for enslaved people. Great, cool. But that was also created to prevent any debate after, because shortly after, Wong Kim Ark, a descendant of Chinese parents, he was born in the United States, visited China with his parents. When he came back to the United States, he was denied entry. He ended up suing the United States and ended up winning, and that he was indeed a U.S. citizen. But you see, I hope you all understand that it wasn't just solely for children of slaves. You understand there's so many immigrants in this country from the beginning of times. You know, if you're not Native American, you're immigrant. You know, the Europeans came here. That's partially why the 14th Amendment was created, for the Europeans, for the Hispanics, for the Asians. The list goes on. They were thinking ahead.
No, it wasn't. This man just, Hector, and y'all right. Boy, all these tethers are in their cars. Boy, you know they hiding from ICE. God damn. Are you hiding from ICE, partner? Are you hiding from ICE? Are you hiding from ICE? Or are you hiding clearly from ICE's brand new, newest ICE agent? You must be hiding from the newest ICE agent out there, because you might be hiding from him. I think that's who they're hiding. Fam, I'm just saying. They started doing all these videos in their cars soon as this ended up happening. So I think they hiding from ICE, but it's going to be all right. So, no, it wasn't. The 14th Amendment was not created for all those other people. Again, the president of the United States has spoken, Hector. And you see, fam, when Donald Trump tells them about the 14th Amendment, they run to TikTok and make videos about FBA. It ain't going to work, Hector. Try again.
Let me remind you that after even you guys received this 14th Amendment, right, after it was written, there were still things happening like Jim Crow. And civil rights battles continued on. So I don't know why you guys are celebrating that. Donald Trump over here saying that was solely the babies of slaves, which has me to believe some of you guys don't even know how you came about here. Like, y'all haven't dug that far into your ancestry.
No, we dug into your ancestry, and we see that what you are, family, is a Mexican, and y'all got broke off bread by the United States of America, and you are not nowhere near a citizen from here. And you're only mad because that 14th Amendment does not apply to you, and you're trying to come up with all these other avenues because it does not apply to you. And you're essentially sitting here right now begging foundational Black Americans to put a cape on. There will be no cape. There will be no saving. We are not your friend. We're not your ally. We're not your buddy. And foundational Black Americans are not going to save you from anything. Hector Romero. All right. So you see Hector Romero right here, fam. He's trying like hell to fit himself in, but it's just not working.
Because last I checked, even after slavery and all that stuff, people came in to the United States willingly and became citizens. So I wonder if you guys know whether you're descendant of slaves or from people that immigrated willingly to the United States, just like Hispanics, just like Europeans, British, the list goes on, the Asians. We can continue on. So I don't want to hear no shit that Donald Trump is feeding you guys, talking about all the Hispanics came over here, took advantage, came on visas and stuff like that, had children, and for them to be U.S. citizens so they could reside here and so on. Because Hispanics, best believe, I know they're not the only one that abused it. It was Europeans, Germans, the list goes on. So don't let them directly just single one group out and say, oh, the Hispanics, they knew what they were doing. They were coming here, they were vacationing here, they were having children so they could reside here. Yo.
No, that's exactly what has been happening. Do you watch the news, Hector? Have you been seeing the mass deportation? Okay, and none of the things you're saying on TikTok is going to change reality. Reality is that. Now, family, instead of him sitting there, I told y'all, you got alligators chasing these people, and he talking about FBA ancestry. Get your priorities in order. But man, does the alligators got him pissed off? Yes, the hell it does.
For an immigrant detention center. But we all know that sounds more like a concentration camp. a first of its kind. They just started building, and this project is moving along so quick. They expect to be done mid-July to start bringing immigrants to this facility. But here's the problem. The Everglades is horrendous conditions such as drought, extreme heat, alligators, says it in the name, pythons. They're pretty much advertising this place like they don't need much security, because anybody that wanders out, it's in the middle of nowhere, and most likely they're going to be eaten by an alligator or a python or so on, which is absolutely crazy. This facility is allegedly going to hold 5,000 immigrants, which is insane to me. For people to live in this type of condition, possibly women and children are going to be sleeping on the floor. People are going to wander out. If they want to make people disappear, all they got to do is let them wander off and get eaten by an alligator. Like, really think about it. What could go wrong with these domestic terrorists trying to build these facilities? Like, it's absolutely human violation.
They did it on purpose, Hector, because they don't view you as them, Hector. I want y'all to notice how Hector's sitting there still lost in the sauce. He's lost in the tobacco sauce, okay? Tabasco. He understands right now that when you say that these people are going to get snatched up, that's what it is. But again, I showed y'all that to show y'all this. The fact that he's running around here and he's having these conversations and he's so upset and he's so mad about the alligators, but he found time to sit there and talk about FBA. You got your own issues there, Mr. Hector Romero. And Hector Romero, I need you to focus on not only your homeland, but I need you to also focus on them alligators that are swarming y'all. Because I'm not your issue. Your issues are the alligators. And when them alligators come to get you, you're going to have a very difficult time coming back. I don't think them alligators are too damn friendly. I don't think they're too friendly. I think the alligators is going to come, and I think you ain't got nowhere, no chance, no place to run. And family, when I say they out there to get them, fam, they out there having spaz outs about this. Yeah, Remember, we sitting back watching the deportations, and we sitting back watching the alligators. Easy.
You're calling it Alligator Alcatraz. Are you kidding me? If you missed it, Trump is headed to a low-cost immigrant detention camp built by Ron DeSantis in the Florida Everglades. According to Triple K Caroline, quote, the only way out is via a one-way flight, and it's surrounded by dangerous wildlife. You cannot be serious.
If this isn't where you draw your line, I have no words. Their hatred for human dignity is out in the open. No one's trying to hide it there. And if this is something that we're going to do in the name of Christian values, then we might as well kiss Christian values goodbye.
Imagine not being a criminal and trying to do things the right way. Every single day trying to hide and run away from this militia, this new law enforcement that, they call ICE. Only to end up in a swamp surrounded by alligators, being told by the President of the United States that if you try to run, you better know how to zigzag. My name's Alexis Cardozo. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran, and today we're talking about what Trump just said about this so-called Alligator Alcatraz migrant detention site. And you and I, we're going to talk about it. Today, standing at the White House, Trump joked, and I quote, "We're going to teach them how to run from an alligator. Don't run in a straight line. Your chances go up by 1%. That's what he said about a detention facility being built.
Family, question. Do you feel that they should run in a straight line? Or do you feel that they should zigzag and take Trump's advice? I'm taking all answers in the chat. I just want to know how you feel. Easy.
Deep in the Florida Everglades, a site that's literally surrounded by dangerous wildlife and unforgiving terrain, including gators and pythons. And they're calling it Alligator Alcatraz. I'm pretty sure you've seen the videos all over TikTok already. This isn't just dystopian, by the way. It's a human rights horror story unfolding in real time. They're hiding genocide of... And yeah, I called it and said genocide under the disguise of immigration enforcement. And they're doing it while literally removing the books and erasing the history that would help future generations recognize everything that's happening right now. We used to read about this kind of stuff in school and ask ourselves, how did people let this happen? Well, it's happening. They're not just trying to remove people. They're trying to erase their stories.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Now they want to talk about an erasure. When they talk about people getting their books removed from schools and all of that. They never had no issues when any of these things was going on with black folks. Listen now, y'all. I want y'all to pop your FBA collar in the place. Do you just sit there and watch somebody tell us that there's an erasure? Do we got the Tethers now, family, saying that there's an erasure of them? You didn't hear none of this from the Tethers a year ago. Tethers, y'all weren't talking about erasures a year ago. How come now? Family, we done did it. FBA, we are so smooth, so exceptional. Now we got the Tethers saying that there's an erasure. Listen to him. He's saying they're trying to erase the Tethers culture. FBA wins again.
Generations recognize everything that's happening right now. We used to read about this kind of stuff in school and ask ourselves, how did people let this happen? Well, it's happening. They're not just trying to remove people. They're trying to erase their stories, their pain, their existence from history altogether. Remember, there's innocent people being lifted right off the streets. This isn't law and order. This is fascism wrapped in jokes about alligators. And
nope, this is deportation across the nation is what you face it. And I'm not. So I win because I'm an American. Ha, 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 ha. There you go. So, fam, you see that right there. Boy, y'all still in a zigzag, twist, turn. Somebody swim. Somebody said zigzag and roll. I'll be there. I'll be there. I knew they was trying to get new ICE agents, man. I ain't know they was going to go get no damn alligators, though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I'm just saying. That's what happened. And, fam, they out there for real, for real. You see Ron DeSantis is running around here, and he's talking like that is his, like, primary thing. He's so happy. He can put off the Trump. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Whoa. Let me show y'all how it go. Tell me Ron DeSantis ain't the happiest person out here in these streets. He is so damn happy, and Trump is out there knighting him. Look at this. Fam, the Gators is out. So Hector, I want you to remember, you was talking about what FBA and our ancestry is. Well, let me give you an update today what your people got to deal with. They got to deal with these Gators. See you later, alligator.
You think of
in a wild crocodile. Here we go. Watch this, fam. This is a sneak peek again into Alligator Alcatraz.
When you think of the imagery of Alcatraz, Alcatraz is surrounded by a bay. When you think of the imagery of Alcatraz is surrounded by a bay. Here in the Everglades, you're actually surrounded by gators and pythons.
So this is as secure as it gets. I mean, if a criminal alien were to escape from here somehow, and I don't think they will, you've got nowhere to go. I mean, what are you going to do? Trudge through the swamp and dodge alligators? 60 miles, not going to happen. So not that it's secure, but this has no impact on Florida residents because some of that stuff can have an impact on them if it's in more populated areas. And so logistically, this re-answers the call. You don't, all you need is a little bust them, about 2,000 feet that way.
Surrounded by a bay. Here in the Everglades.
Damn. Boy, he out there happy as hell, ain't he? He's super happy. He's like, all you got to do is just take them now. And then we built this thing so fast and so strong and it's so big and everybody loves it now. And people can come and just check it out. Fam, sooner or later, that's it right there, by the way. Sooner or later, family, I'm telling you right now, they are going to be out here giving people tours. The same way you can go get a tour of the old Alcatraz. They will be out here giving people tours of this Alligator Alcatraz. I can't believe I'm saying that. But you're going to start seeing them giving tours of all of that. And everybody's going to watch it. And foundational Black Americans are going to see it. And somehow some TikTok tether is going to be upset, mad, and angry. And we are not going to give half a damn. No, the hell we won't. Because it does not concern foundationals. No. And family, more people been coming out still trying to get FBA on board and still trying to get FBA involved. You got these people out here just swearing that we should give a damn. Look at this right here. Black people, get out your feelings. Watch this person begging FBA to come save them. Family, y'all gonna jump in the way of an alligator for an illegal? I know the hell I'm not. I'm not jumping in front of a hummingbird for an illegal. But she can all she wants to. FBA ain't on that.
I know some Black people feel like, well, the Hispanics didn't stick up for us when we needed them to be there for us. They didn't march with us. And I know some people feel like that. And I get it. Trust me, I do. But at the same time, what do you teach your children? Two wrongs do not make a right. So why don't you just be the bigger person, get out of your feelings, and stand up for what's right? That's what we do as Black people. We fight for justice. We know how to do it very well. So this is why I feel like the government, aka DT, ICE, whatever you want to call them, I feel like they're trying to tear us apart from each other because they know that we are stronger together. If we band together, we can overcome this just like we overcome everything else that Black people have faced. So I don't know. I feel like people in their feelings now. Get out.
No. Let me go ahead and correct this individual, okay? Let me go ahead and make this very clear correction because she clearly has no idea what she's talking about. Family, foundational Black Americans do fight for justice. For foundational Black Americans, we have never fought for anybody else's rights. Let's make this crystal clear for people who try to confuse what we're talking about. Foundational Black Americans have never fought for the rights of any other group. Foundational Black Americans fought for ourselves, and those other groups ended up coming in and manipulating what we did. That's what it is. Now, we may have went to other countries to go help people. You can talk about in South Africa, we went to places like that. But if you want to talk about right here in the United States, the civil rights era was for Black people. We were Black folks fighting for Black folks. The government came in and they made a deal with the Tethers, and the Tethers ended up trying to steal what we created. But was that for them? Hell no. That's why you can't find one Black American that's going to tell anybody that, yeah, man, I was in the streets for the Chicanos. I was out in the streets trying to fight for them. No, the hell we weren't. FBA was fighting for FBA. That's what FBA's always done. That's what FBA will always do. And anybody saying anything other than that is lying. That's exactly what this individual's doing, lying. She's trying to use reverse psychology to get FBA on board, and FBA is not getting on board. We on our own accord. And there's the big difference there. This right here, what I want people to see. Look at this, family. Kristi Noem came out and she started talking about some of that cannibalism that they were talking about during the election. She's saying that a lot of that is going on with a lot of the people. So that's why they're putting together this Gator Guantanamo. Watch this.
You calling these guys bad hombres? They really are. I was talking to a U.S. Marshal just yesterday, and he was talking about the fact that they were deporting a plane load of illegals and one was a cannibal. And he kind of said it offhanded. And I said to him, what do you mean it was a cannibal? And he said, well, we put him on the plane, put him in his seat, and he started to eat his own arms. He was such a deranged individual. This is the kind of people that President Trump is getting off of our streets, people who are murderers and rapists and have...
Freeze. Did y'all hear what she just said? Tell me y'all heard what she just said. One more time for your mind in case you missed it.
Really are. I was talking to a U.S. Marshal just yesterday, and he was talking about the fact that they were deporting a plane load of illegals, and one of them was a cannibal. And he kind of said it offhanded. And I said to him, what do you mean it was a cannibal? And he said, well, we put him on the plane, put him in his seat, and he started to eat his own arms. He was such a deranged individual. This is the...
Damn. Them bad hombres, they out there hombreing. This man tried to eat his arm. These are who they want FBA to be involved with. Man, the Tethers are done, y'all.
Alcatraz is the future.
Was this bad hombre like handcuffed to something and he was trying?
They got the damn alligator right there. Fam, these folks is cold. They are cold out here in the streets. This is who Hector thinks that is his friend. Mr. Fufu came all the way over here from Angola, and he wants to get next to these people. Fam, all you see right there is Mayo man, Mayo woman, and an alligator. And they talking about locking up all the Tethers with them. And the Tethers want to come over here and hate on FBA. R.I.B. Rest in bushmeat, because it's over for the Tethers.
Trying to chew his arm off so he could escape? Or was he just hungry?
You know, what bothered me the most was that this U.S. Marshal just said it like it was normal. These are the kind of people they have to work with every single day when they're deporting people out of this country. So they had him, put him on the plane and had him in shackles for the flight because he was such a dangerous individual. When he got back to his seat, and put another individual in the seat near close to him. He said he literally was eating his own arms. That for him, he was that is what he did. He called himself a cannibal, ate people, and ate himself. They had to take him off of the flight and get him medical attention, and then he went back into the system. But they have what our law enforcement do, what our ICE officers and Border Patrol, these marshals, what they do is God's work. It really is.
I'll be damned. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, y'all was mad at like my lineage, heritage, and culture, but like that Mayo side of town don't think too fondly of you. You feel me? So you see what's going on. So you got Alligator Alcatraz and Gator Guantanamo. Gator Guantanamo. I've heard it all. I've seen it all, and we watching it all. And let me say this, family. This is all a result of foundational Black Americans being on code. Foundational Black Americans separating from everybody. That's what this is about. Everything that you see going on right now in these streets of the United States, fam, that's all because of foundational Black Americans. We stood on our own business and we said we don't want nothing to do with these people. They ain't got nowhere to go based on that. Them sitting there and having to deal with everything they're dealing with is a direct reflection of foundational Black Americans not helping them. When these people got to go out there and deal with their own problems, you end up getting Gator Guantanamo. When these people got to deal with their own problems, you end up getting Alligator Alcatraz. Whenever these people got to do something that FBA is not helping them with, they end up having these own issues, these personal problems, and foundationals aren't anywhere. And brothers and sisters are not out there putting on the cape for no damn body. And when I say we're not putting on the cape for nobody, family, what I mean is that we are out here standing on our own business, and brothers and sisters are saying, good, if you got to go, you got to go. This right here, family, is footage number 1 billion on foundational Black Americans not putting no capes on.
I agree with birthright citizenship. For so long, for so many decades, non-citizens have benefited off the backs of my people, my ancestors, Black Americans, the true Americans, whether people want to hear that shit or not. We built the majority of America for centuries. I support what Donald Trump doing as far as getting these illegals out the country. I support Donald Trump for making it harder for people to become real citizens in America. If your ancestors didn't build America, you don't have a right, a free right, just to benefit off Black American benefits. So I do fully support what Donald Trump doing. If your parents not originally born in America, even if you born in America, you are subject to not being an American citizen. I'm sorry. But changes need to be made in America. This system need to be reset. It never been reset before. All these foreigners getting these benefits for so long when all these benefits should have been going to Black Americans. The very people, the soul of America got treated last in line. My ancestors got treated the worst in all of America. So many parts of America was built by my Black people, Black Americans. So if anybody have a right to say they the real true Americans of this land, it's Black Americans. We are the original people in this country. So yes, I do agree with deportation. If you're not a real citizen, you don't deserve no food stamps. You don't deserve no free housing. You don't deserve to go to school. No, you don't. I don't care. I'm not apologizing for it. Benefits should go to real Americans first, whether they Black or white. Real benefits, real help. The soldiers of America should come first. The elderly of America, the older people should come first. The real children of America should come first. The real Americans, it's time for the real Americans to get all these benefits, because right now, these illegal immigrants need to get out of America. I don't care what people say. They talk about, well, they tearing up families. Well, how about for centuries when Black children and Black mothers and fathers got sold and they never seen their families again? What about the black families? What about the black men and black women that got hanged on many trees in the South, where families got broke for centuries? How about
brother is cooking? This brother's cooking. I told y'all, where you at right now? Where you from? How old are you? What generation? What decade? We are all on the same page. FBA's on one big page. The world's in trouble. World, I hope you listening. You seeing black and, now I'm just keeping it real. You seeing them black and don't give a damn foundationals in the building.
About that? How about all the doing blood in the soil still today? For centuries that black people have suffered and died in this very country that they built. So when they talk about, oh, this not right, how about for 4+ centuries, how black Americans was the most mistreated people in the world? No, if you're not a true birthright citizen, you need to get out of America. Me personally, I'm happy today. I support what Donald Trump did. These judges, they don't have the power to override Donald Trump. And I'm hoping that everything stand and go through, because at the same time, black Americans built pretty much 90+% of America and made this country into a superpower. Everybody have a great day. I agree with birthright citizenship.
Damn. You know, bro even hit us with the everybody have a great day at the end. He know how to land that plane, don't he? Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. You deserve all the respect in the world. That right there is the sentiments that people are expressing throughout the nation. That right there is the sentiments that people are expressing throughout the United States. And that's how everybody feels. And I don't see how this turns around for any tether. It's not going to turn around for any tether. Tethers are going to have to deal with it. It's a wrap for them. 2025 has clearly been a wrap for them. And let me take it a step further, fam. You've seen a lot of different people from different angles come up with different scenarios and how they're really trying to trick us and fool us. We ain't fell for nothing. All right. The days of us falling for something, this is not going to happen. Now, right here today, foundational black Americans are 10 toes down. And when I say we 10 toes down, we are stronger than ever, powerful. No lies are getting through what we've created, y'all. Nobody. So the birthright citizenship that they were clinging on and all of that, we wish that we could stay. And I want to have an anchor, baby. All of that is out the door, out the window, out the gates. FBA came with that fire. We're coming in hot. All right. Alligators done showed up now. So it gets no realer than that. And when you add all of that up, fam, and you put it all into one scenario, the final sequence in which you see was the 14th Amendment. And now that's been clear. And I told everybody that the world has become more ethnic based. It's became more about what's your ethnicity. All right. That's really what it is. All that. What race is you? Is you blacks? Is you white? All of that is one thing. We already understood. And what's understood don't need to be discussed. What we're talking about now is our ethnicity. And we got on that at the picture perfect time in the picture perfect way. That's why everybody's popping up trying to get us to be something else. Fam, I showed y'all already people running around here trying to get us not to be black. Right. I already showed y'all that. Right. Fam, you got more people showing up. Puerto Ricans are showing up trying to get us not to be black. Ain't it funny that earlier I showed y'all that Miss Santiago? And Miss Santiago was running around here and she was trying to make it look like she was black and she was trying to get us not to be black anymore. The new wave that you're going to see is people trying to get us to remove ourselves from being black for two reasons. First reason being we called them out on their lack of wanting to be black. And then also now that blackness has been solidified. See, it used to be anybody can be black. Anybody can show up and be a black person. Now, to be black, you have to be FBA. That's really how everybody's seeing it. Everyone now is talking about melanated this, melanated that. Now, family, you got people showing up and they trying to say how black they are and ain't a damn thing black about them and how we should quit saying it. Y'all look at this right here. This right here, all right? This is Lo. And she's running around here and she's trying to get foundational black Americans to not say black as well. Another one. Watch this.
So does anybody know why we still use the term African American, considering that they were basically stolen and colonized or used as slavery here in America? Like, is there something, I get the term Mexican American. I really don't. I really don't. I get because you were born here, that makes you American legally. But if your parents are still Mexican, that you're just fucking Mexican, right? My parents are both Puerto Rican, and I'm Puerto Rican. And I think I heard this a lot during the campaign that a lot of Spanish people, I mean, I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm only speaking for Spanish people right now, that they actually didn't identify as Spanish because they were born here, so they thought they were white. What? I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're fucking Latina. And if you're from Africa, you're fucking African, period, not African American. We need to start like changing. We need to start washing the whiteness off of us. That's what we need to do.
Who's we? What we are you referring to? What we are you referring to again? Okay, so let me get this right. Let me say this actually correctly. The first lady is somebody wanted us to not be black. She's someone who wants us not be American. Okay, that's what she wants us to do. Basically, she's trying to say we need to identify as African. That's basically what she's saying. She's basically saying, why say like that? You know, if you're this, you're an African. All these conversations that are all revolving around what we are. Remember, they said anybody can be what they want to be. So straight to the point. No, you're going to have to be what you say you are. And y'all said that you ain't black. So foundational black Americans, we're going to stand on what we stand on over here on our own time. We don't need nobody. We ain't asking for nobody. Nobody's coming around us. It's simple and day and simple and plain. We are foundationals, and that foundation is powerful. And that's why we use that term so clearly. And we put that might on it because we are a powerful nation amongst ourselves. And when you're powerful amongst yourselves, people know what it is. Fam, all that we talk is canceled. All that want to be, all of that, they are theys. They are theys and they're those and they're them, but they're not us. And I told everybody last year it was they not like us. And this year it's all about us. Everything's all about us. Everywhere we going. And they crashing out and folding. And I want us to rejoice. I was on the space the other day and a brother asked me, he said, yeah, man, you know, all this deportation stuff going on. He kept putting it on MAGA. Family, what did I tell y'all? MAGA and the deportations, that's only a process and a part of it. Deportations is because of foundationals. That's us. Yeah, you damn right. That's us. It's all because of us. I want you. I'm talking about all of y'all right now. I want y'all to take credit for what you're seeing right now with the end of the tethers, because the tethers were coming over here. The illegals were coming into our communities. Donald Trump is only doing what he's doing now is because FBA ain't saving these tethers. It's because FBA is out here standing on our own business. Donald Trump and MAGA, they were just talking about build that wall. Go back to Donald Trump's original term. All he said was build that wall. All this stuff about the details and the nuances, that's all based on foundational black Americans. We're the ones who really got this thing going with deportation. So, Mr. Mutombo, I want to say hi to you, and I want to say bye to you. You're gone because of black Americans, all right? Mr. Fufu, I want to say hi. I want to say bye. Your ass is gone because of black Americans. Mr. Hector, Mr. Santiago, Mr. Ramirez, all of y'all, I want to say peace out, because you are gone because foundational black Americans made it that way. That's all us. We're going to own that one. We're going to own that one, family. I'm going to make that crystal clear. Foundational black Americans, we're going to own that, because if not, these people think they're going to come do it again. So you got to make it clear, y'all. We got to start taking ownership of all these victories. And I'm not just talking about in-house. I'm talking about let the whole goddamn world know, all right? We are the reason why they're getting deported. And how do you know? We can simply trace everything and go back to it. The Democrats lost. The Democrats were their funders. Remember, the Democrats were funding them. The Democrats were giving them money. The Democrats were saying, here's hip hop. Basically, the United States of America for the last 4 years was an auction of FBA lineage. That's what it was. You ever see an auction and they say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 29 sold to the tether over there with no hairline? What you want? You want FBA hip hop? Sold to the Puerto Rican over there who got some RICO charges. What up, Fat Joe? Sold to the cosplaying Brooklyn Jamaican guy whose career is over. Shot out to everybody, Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm talking about. These people all crashed out in real time and we watched them all fold. They were out here selling our culture to whoever showed up. So the fact that that's what it was for the last 4 years, last year, they were on that. This year, we on some damn them. I don't give a damn. That's what they was doing, fam. They were doing that. That's what they were doing. What do you want? You want Barack Obama? A tether. What you want? Kamala Harris? A tether. You want that Westmore guy? A tether. You want Hakeem Jeffries? A tether. They were putting tether in FBA spaces and they were auctioning off FBA creations. Now they're all going home and they're dealing with alligators. I take full responsibility for it. I have no bones about that, okay? Because I know, fam, you think if FBA were not on code, say we were not on code, do you think these people would be getting deported right now? No, they wouldn't. It'd still be the same old game. Donald Trump is not strong enough to have everything going on. Delineation. led to deportations. Okay? If deportations were going on without delineation, it wouldn't be nowhere near what it is now. The reason why you see it is because of us. So I take full responsibility. Let me tell you something. You keep on letting them know, it's going to sink in their head. Matter of fact, now tethers are coming out and they're openly saying, yeah, FBA was right. Yeah, they were right. Yeah, this isn't my homeland. See, it's starting to sink in, fam. You can make 100 TikTok videos, okay? You can bleach your skin all you want to. The truth is the truth, and you're going to have to deal with the truth. And now tethers are coming out and they're saying, damn, FBA was right. This is their homeland, and I can't do nothing about it. You want to see how right we are and how wrong they are, family? I'm going to show you, because that's what we do right here on the Black Alpha Network. We put receipts on the table. Family, these tethers are out there bucking their eyes, and they openly saying that America does not belong to them. And I hope they can swim, because all we do is win.
A few days having this conversation about race and me being an immigrant, right? Black American people, I'm so happy to be able to call them that. Somebody actually commented down at the thing here. I think Caribbeans have identity crisis. And I think I understand what's going on now. When Black Americans start to talk about people who are not born in the United States, they become, what's the word? Technical. They become technical. They do not consider the fact that people who were born here don't know anything else. And I think they become that way because they've had to fight and regurgitate facts of their history to be accepted in this place that they were brought to for so long. And I completely understand that it is a part of Black American upbringing to know your history. And the reason that they know their history is not because they're interested, it's because America stands for divisiveness. So in order to feel that they have a place in America, they constantly have to keep fighting, I would say, white people. They have to constantly keep fighting white people to remind them that they are human. So this is what they have to know. You know what I mean? Like, I realized that, like, just in talking to them online, that they have to keep regurgitating it because, how am I trying to say? The general consensus is that they don't belong here, right? And I understand this. But America is a sick place.
Oh, you understand it? How come you understand now? They didn't understand before. Fam, it sounds like these tethers is getting some act right, don't it? Sound like these tethers is like, okay, FBA, you correct. It sounds like they saying, FBA, you was right the whole damn time. Sound like they saying the jig is up. Sound like they saying, no matter what, I can't stop deportation. I want everybody to take your victory lap because we are the ones sending them home. And I want you to rejoice every time you see some handcuffs, every time you see an ICE agent, and every time you see an alligator. Now, all of these tethers are trying to cop some tether pleas, but I don't take pleas from those who flees.
Understand this. And this is why I need to travel and go other places, because America is sick. What it was founded on is sick, because white people came here and pillaged and stole every goddamn thing. And then they also indoctrinated the people that they stole with their divisive rhetoric and ideology. I've always even empathized for mixed children. And when I say mixed, I'm talking about children who have Black and white parents. And I've never had to verbalize this, but I've always felt bad for them because they're not even allowed to say that they are both. They have to pick a side. And white people have forced them to say that they are Black, and Black people openly claim them. Yes, mixed people in America are not allowed to say they are mixed. They are only allowed to say that they are Black. And that's something that I never understood. I always thought, like, why can't they just say that they're both sides? But the problem with America is that it's not a welcoming place. And if talking.
Oh, no. America's not a welcoming place. No, you didn't say that a year ago. A year ago, it was work harder. A year ago, it's how come we do so much better than y'all? A year ago, it was, I don't want to hear y'all complain. My family came over here with nothing. Yeah, she's babbling. She's not completing her sentences. Her paragraphs are all twisted, turned, and lopsided. What I'm hearing through all of this is, I know I'm going home. TPS, Tether Protection Services, were canceled, and I've got nowhere to go. I'm sorry, FBA. I'm sorry, FBA, because Zaddy don't want me. Yes, that's what I'm hearing. And Zaddy never wanted you, and you'll never be one of us, and you can never come around the lineage. So therefore, you've got one option, and that option is to self-deport. And that's what you need to do. And that's what they all need to do. Self-deportation across this nation. All right. So all of these people now are getting that rude awakening and that wake-up call that it's time to go home, nowhere to run to, and you ain't got nothing to go for. And family, I'm going to show y'all someone else. Fam, I'm going to go to, hey, listen. I'm going to go through the list. Let me show y'all what I mean by that. When I tell you that these people are out here copping pleas, these people ain't talking what they talked a year ago. I just showed you Mrs. Fufu, and Mrs. Fufu knows that she's about to go back home. Now let me show you Mr. Taco. Mr. Taco, he's out here saying that Latinos need to come together like black people do. I'll be damned. Wait a minute. I thought they said that they were the La Raza. Now the La Raza is saying that FBA got it correct, and they want to be like us. I would only show you that, family, if it was the truth. Watch this. Watch Mr. La Raza, and the question is, what's the one thing you guys hate most? Watch what he says, and watch who he shows love to.
What's the one thing that you guys hate the most out of the whole Chicano culture?
We don't have the unity that we're supposed to have. If you ever notice, the negros, when something happens, they all come as one immediately, in prison and out here. La Raza don't do that. De volada, we all turn against each other. And
Wait. When who comes together? Did you say when the Negroes come together? Wait a minute.
We have the unity that we're supposed to have. If you ever notice, the negros, when something happens, they all notice the negros, when something happens. Ever notice the negros, when something happens, they all come as one immediately. Something happens, they all come as one immediately. In prison, they all come as one immediately. In prison and out here. La Raza don't do that. De volada, we all turn against each other, and we watch each other fall instead of let's get together and win this war.
Well, what do you guys say to the people that whenever they're like, hey, but we did a whole rally over here for all the raza and all that, like 2 months ago?
The rallies don't mean shit, bro. That's just music and get down and just have a good time. Porque as soon as everybody goes in their own direction, it's over.
What's the one thing that you guys hate the most out of the...
Who run it? Who run it, family? I said I was going to put some receipts on the table today. I said we was going to drop some facts today. I told everybody what time it was. And if you look at your watch and your clock, it's time. It's FBA time. It's certified time. It's certified time. It's all the time. You see what he said right there? He said, blacks, we are the ones who come together. They don't. So all the folks running around here saying that we don't come together, well, it looks like that we do come together. It looks like they are out here and they are trying to be like foundational Black Americans. It looks like they want to follow what we do. They want to act how we act, and even their own people. So all the black folks who run around here and say, we the only ones who don't come together. Family, let me tell you something. Us and the FBA grassroots are so on code. These people want to be like us, and now they point the finger at each other. So I showed you Mrs. Fufu right there. You seen her, Miss Fufu. She's out there and she's saying, well, you know, I know America's not welcoming and I ain't got no place here. She accepted the fact that her ass is going home. Easy work. I just showed you Mr. La Raza right there, and he's saying, how come we can't be more like the blacks? How come we can't act like the blacks? Because everybody knows we stand on business together. Everybody knows that when something go down, it go down. Nobody is more unified than FBA, contrary to your beliefs or your thoughts or your misnomers in your brain. Nobody comes together and stands on business more than foundational Black Americans. We are a lineage of standing on business together. Everything that is unified or anything that is in solidarity all comes back to us. So I don't want to hear anybody running around here talking about something. We need to be more like them. Didn't Tyrese? What did Tyrese like a year ago? He came out and he said some stuff like he wishes he was Latino because they stick together. That's funny because the Latino just said they don't stick together and they need to be more like black folk. I'm telling you right now, this is what it is. We are number one and there ain't nobody else, fam. It used to be us number one and then people behind us. Now it's just us number one and we the only people in the building. That's where we are with it, fam. We stand on business together. All right. FBA, solidarity. That's who we are. We're a commonality culture. Meaning if my sister go through it, I go through it. My brother go through it, I'm going through it. And then we all go through it. And then we're going to get on your ass and you don't want no problems. And then we're going to have to bring the drama in and you don't want that to happen. So this is where FBA standing and everybody want to get down like us. So the fact that we stood on business and I just showed you a melanated tether out here saying that she's leaving, she accepted. 2025, the end of the tethers. And I just showed you Mr. Burrito. He's accepting it. Boom. 2025, end of the illegals. Now let me show you the end of the cosplayers who've been running around here cosplaying, saying that they foundational Black Americans. Let me give the biggest, and I do mean biggest, and I need to see y'all face for when I send this out right now, family. Let me go ahead and give the biggest certified salute to Beyonce, because they had a lot of things to say about Beyonce and the Buffalo Soldiers, and I got a lot of things to say about Gator, Guantanamo, and Alligator Alcatraz. Easy work. Talk about Beyonce Beyonce, I'm gonna talk about the alligators. And the alligators got problem with you, and we don't see you. But family, they've been running around here talking about Beyonce, talking about the Buffalo Soldiers, talking about our history, talking about what we've accomplished. And guess what? Now you see Donald Trump is not only rounding up all of those tontos, Donald Trump is also blocking $3.1 billion in federal funding to their communities. So you can hold your own cheap liquor, because I know you over there getting waxed tonight, and foundational Black Americans got it popping tonight.
So Senator Ben Ray Lujan says the Trump administration has blocked hundreds of billions of dollars for programs that support Indian country and Native communities. The United States Senate Committee on Appropriations released a tracker of the cuts made by DOGE in Trump's first 100 days. They found $430 billion in federal funding is frozen, including $316 billion that cuts off vital services for Native communities. Those programs help with education, childcare, housing, public safety, and infrastructure, like the Indian Cultural Center in Gallup, which Senator Lujan says doesn't have clean water.
What it says is, do not drink the water. Do not use the water for consumption. Failure to follow this advisory could result in illness.
The 2026 proposed fiscal budget is suggesting a 24% cut from more core tribal programs that, if approved, would eliminate budgets for school repairs and a 20% reduction in support for tribal law enforcement.
Damn! Shout out again, because this is the end of the Tethers. Family, you've seen it right there. I saw it. We all saw it. This is the end of the Tether. So all them people running around here worrying about Beyonce, and you need to worry about that $3.1 billion that's getting cut from all of your reservations. And by the way, you should have used some of that reparations money that you got by cosplaying FBA. How come you didn't use that reparations money that you got by cosplaying being the original natives that we are? How come you don't use that? How the hell do you get reparations and you still relying on the government? Shows you they're not like us. How the hell do you fly over here and see something called temporary protective status service, and then you find out that temporary does not mean permanent, and now your ass got to go home? How the hell do you beg foundational Black Americans, plead for foundational Black Americans to come to your rallies and protests, and now you out here running away, or shall I say swimming away from alligators? Damn. That shows you again what we've already said and what we've always known, and that is foundational Black Americans. We run this thing called America, and we've always ran this thing called America, and all they do is run to America. Now they're trying to run away from America. It's over, y'all, for all the Tethers. That's it. 2025, fam, has been the end of the Tethers. So let me go ahead and reiterate what it's always been. It was work harder in Juan Crow. Now work harder in Juan Crow better get their swim on, okay? And I'm not talking about swimming at the pool. All right. I'm not talking about a slip and slide. I'm talking about Alligator Alcatraz. So shout out to you. Shout out to all of them. Everybody running around here trying to say we all Black and we the descendants of slaves. No, you're the descendants of fleers. And now you're going to descend back home to where the rest of the fleers are. This is FBA and foundational Black Americans, the non-deportables. It is solidified. We're not debating. Conversation over. And that's it. Fam, you got to know when to go ahead and put the checkmate on the table. And right now, we putting the checkmate on the table. We ain't going back and forth with none of them. We not having no conversations with none of them. FBA wins, and your ass got to swims at Guantanamo. And FBA going to sit back, and we going to count them checks, and we going to say checkmate. The days of talking, the days of speaking, the days of even seeing these people, over. We seen past them, we see through them, and now they asses are seeing straight back to their homelands where they can deal with everything they got. This is what the brothers and sisters been saying in the streets, and I can't say this no better myself. If you got a problem with what FBA is doing and you're talking about us getting deported, look in the mirror, because you are your own problem. Let the streets talk.
This motherfucker say, I think Black people forgot that Africans are being deported at this time. You forgot where you came from? Nah, motherfucker, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Woo! So let's just say that you do think that all Black people came from Africa. Let me ask you a question. Where the fuck did you come from? Damn. Do you even know? Can you answer where the fuck you originated from? I see your name is Alberto. Alberto, you shouldn't be worried about me. Alberto, I'm the last motherfucker you should be worried about right now. Alberto, I ain't the person rounding you and your people up. All this misguided anger and shit. You mad because I said we not fucking with y'all on this one? Alberto, we not. We not fucking with y'all on this one. And you can't guilt a motherfucker into fucking with y'all on this one. Y'all really feeling what it feels like to be a minority in the United States of America. Congratulations. If you are Hispanic with a name like Alberto, Alberto, you should be mad at your people. They voted for this shit in record numbers. You should be mad at the motherfuckers that was making songs about the shit. Senior Trump, Senior Trump. We ain't did shit to y'all. We just said we ain't coming. You mad at the wrong motherfuckers, Alberto. Alberto, I got a bunch of other shit to be worried about right now. Being deported ain't one of them, Alberto. This motherfucker.
Damn. Woo! Damn. We got no problems on this side of the fence. They got a hell of a lot of problems on their side of the fence. And deportation ain't nothing that concerns foundational Black Americans, y'all. They see it, we see it. You can't deport the non-deportable. You can't shake the ones who are unable to move, family. We sitting here on our own business, standing firm too with it, man. I'm talking about excellent. I'm talking about grinding. We in here really, really putting it down and changing the world as a generation. So it's a powerful thing. And I would be remiss, family, if I didn't really go ahead and put this on the line and put this on the table for everybody to see, okay? Oh, and shout out to the whole family. I see y'all in here rocking with the Black Alpha Network. Y'all look at this. Y'all look at this law. Y'all look at this right here. This right here. Executive order. Yes. January 20th, 2025. Any child born on or after February 19th, 2025 to parents who are either illegal, present, or here on temporary visas, student, tourist, work is excluded from U.S. citizenship at birth. On June 27, 2025, the Supreme Court 6-3 ruled that the lower courts do not have the authority to issue nationwide injunctions limiting them to plaintiffs who sued. In effect, the order could not take effect in 28 states that are not challenging it. Donald J. Trump. Meaning, your ass cannot come here and drop off a baby. Your ass cannot come here and claim to be FBA, and your ass is about to go home, and on your way home, you're going to have to deal with that man right there, and you're going to have to deal with his brother right there, and that might even be his cousin right there, and they all live right there. Ain't it something, family? You came all the way over here to the United States of America, and then you ended up in Gator Guantanamo. Damn you, fleers. Get your mind right, get your act together, and we won't be sitting here laughing at you. Easy work, easy work, easy work. Fam, got a question for you. Got a question. I need a chat. I need to chat right now. I need y'all to tell me something. We done already smoked out all these tethers, stepped on them. They done for. FBA, we went ahead and we watched that final nail in all the tethers, so they are canceled. What's going on with Diddy, fam? That's my question to y'all. What's going to happen? What's going to happen with the Diddy case? Is he going to be guilty? Is Diddy going to jail? Is he getting a little bit of time? My question to the family in here right now, fam, as the world is watching and everybody's in here tapped in. What's going on with Diddy? Is Diddy going to end up getting time served? Is Diddy going to end up going to jail for a long time? Did the RICO stick? They say they got a few charges on him. What's the deal? What's the deal with the Diddy case, fam? A lot of people are looking. A lot of people are watching. Everybody wants to see the way these things are turning out. Breaking news on a lot of situations. But the family, I want to ask y'all, because y'all know all we do is call things. We all see things. I see innocent. I see I don't know. I see whole Jetta P. Diddy, that's funny as hell. Mistrial, he gone. Thinks he get a little time. He may go to jail a little bit. Diddy free. All right. Guilty 20 years. Okay, not guilty. Woo, a lot of responses from the FBA family. A lot of responses. Okay, let's look right here, family. This right here is what he is facing. This right here is what it looked like. We are going to see tomorrow. A lot of time and in house arrest. He's cooked, guilty. I hope no. Check this out right here, fam. You see, they are coming up already with a few of them, but count one, racketeering conspiracy. Maximum sentence of life in prison. Count two, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Maximum sentence of life in prison, mandatory minimum of 15 years in prison. Count three, transportation to engage in prostitution. Maximum sentence up to 10 years in prison. Count four, trafficking by force, fraud, coercion. Maximum sentence, life in prison. Count five, transportation to engage in prostitution. So a lot of things is looking at Diddy right there. And a lot of people are wondering how it's going to play out, family. So we're going to be sitting here watching it because there's a lot of parameters out here in them strizneets. There's a lot of things going on. Some people say time served. I'm saying a couple times served. They said that the jurors have already came up with a verdict on a few of them. They had to go back and do some things to kind of come up with more to see really what it's going to be. And we're hearing that tomorrow is when it's all going to drop. And listen, family, I'm telling y'all right now, we are here about 2.2 thousand deep. Y'all tell everybody. Soon as the verdict is dropped, we going live because I got a good brother who is actually at the courthouse. All right. I got a brother who's at the courthouse and he's been following it the whole damn time. And I'm going to have my brother come up. We either going to call in or whatever, but we all going to chop it up, break it down in every nuance. Do they do this with black men? Does this trickle on to black society? Is this a Bill Cosby type situation? Do black people make it out clean in the industry? We're going to talk about Clyde Davis all the way through. We're going to talk about the case. And how come Cassie ain't hit with a RICO, fam? Will Trump pardon him? That's another good one. Fam, did y'all hear the tapes with Cassie? Did y'all hear Cassie out there threatening to off and unalive people? How come she ain't there? You know what I'm saying? Remember all that stuff with Cassie, fam? When a lot of people was out there, they was like, y'all, man, it's Cassie and what he did to that woman is wrong. And a lot of us, shout out to my sisters, because a lot of my sisters was like, nah, we don't feel nothing for Cassie. And fam, Cassie doesn't look too much like a good person, all right? Because we all heard the stories about Cassie, and she used to make fun of Kim Porter, all right? Rest in peace to Kim Porter, Puff X. A lot of people said that Cassie was out there saying, ha, 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 I got your man to Kim Porter. Yes, indeed. Yeah, R.P. McFelly, absolutely. Yeah, and then the tapes come out. Cassie looked like she was involved. I still ain't never seen a one-man RICO. I'm waiting to see, all right? This turning situation is folding with a lot of different elements, fam. So brothers and sisters, shout out to the fam. Shout out to the fam because it's just showing you a lot of things going on out here in the United States of America. Y'all know we cover it all right here on the Black Alpha Network. So I'm telling y'all right now, yeah, Cassie was with it. You literally see text with Cassie saying, I can't wait to freak off tonight now. Ooh, as soon as that goddamn clock strikes 12, freak off time. By everything I seen, Cassie should be getting RICO too. As a matter of fact, to keep it real with y'all, this should have been a domestic violence case. If it was domestic violence, I see. But from what I've seen with everything else, either everybody's going in or it shouldn't be against Diddy just for the charges that they have. Domestic violence, a bad person. He be out there P. Diddying on people. That's one thing. Everything else, I don't know, fam. I don't know. So it looks very interesting. And the way y'all in here, woo, I see y'all deep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, fam. How many of y'all seen the video? There's a video that came out with a lady and she was at the courthouse and she jumped up. Did y'all see that lady when she jumped up and was like, Diddy, don't let them do this to you. Don't let them do this to you. And Diddy looked back at the lady and was like, what the hell? And they had to take her out on handcuffs, in handcuffs. I don't know if y'all seen that. It got picked up by the BBC. A lot of people was reporting it. Some lady about 2 or 3 weeks ago, she jumped up in the middle of the courtroom and she was yelling at Diddy and she was saying they're trying to get a black man, all this kind of stuff. Fam, my brother who's there at the scene, he found out that woman was a tether and then she was talking crazy about me. She said, it's up for Black Alpha and Tariq. Yeah. Yeah. If y'all seen that, he's a fall guy. Yeah. FBA, we here rocking. Yeah. If y'all see that video, that woman, or go Google it, the woman who heckled the jurors and they had to take her out and she was yelling and all that. Yeah, man, they found out that woman is a tether and she was talking crazy about Black Alpha and Tariq. She said it's up for us. Okay, so I guess she'd be floating around the new black media. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Matthew. Shout out. Much respect. Always. You seen that? Okay. Yeah, that lady was, I heard she's crazy. Straight up. And I found out that she was a tether because she was like, what they doing to a black American, man? These tethers be everywhere. I'm hearing tethers be there. I got a guy who's plugged in. I'm going to bring him on tomorrow. We're going to go live as soon as it drop, fam. Y'all stay tuned. Hit your notifications. Be ready, okay? Because soon as it go down, fam, we're going to drop. We're going to go live. We're going to cover it. And me, different than anybody else, Black Alpha, I got a brother who's solid, who's been there covering the trial. Straight up. So we're going to talk live to the brother and what's happening on the ground. We're going to talk about all the parameters, everything popping off, how they try to spin this on to black folks. And next thing you know, it turns into why black men violent, man, the whole nine, fam. Whole nine. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to tap in. Y'all know when you rocking with Black Alpha. Oh, by the way, 27,000, family. We crossed 27,000 subscribers. I want to thank all of you guys gracefully. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. I thank you very sweetly. Much respect, fam. We crossed over the 27,000. Matter of fact, we almost at 27.1. So when I say we run this thing, we run this thing. Number one activist, certified Black society, the best chat in the whole goddamn world. So I salute you guys. Thank you guys very much. We only get bigger. If you new, welcome to certified Black society, man. It's the home of FBA. You amongst family around here. So if you laugh, you cry, we're going to do it all on the Black Alpha Network. Everybody else just, well, in news today, and Black people went down the street and it was a very good day today. That's everybody else, okay? Black Alpha, it's going to be like this, fam. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to shed some tears. We're going to show grandma. We're going to show grandpa. We're going to show the family. We're going to struggle. We may make mistakes. We get up. We dust ourselves off. We do everything, but we do it as a family. There is no more welcoming family chat or anywhere. This is truly a family. This ain't some internet. This ain't media, okay? This is FBA. We're doing what we're doing the day-to-day just with the cameras rolling. Just with the cameras rolling, fam. Ain't no coerced, ain't no rehearsed, ain't no everybody stand still and do something. No. We just gonna talk the way we talk. We're gonna speak the way we speak, and we just gonna have the cameras rolling. We're gonna put it out to the world. That's how we do it, family. That's what separates Black Alpha Network, Certified Black Society from everybody. We are a bunch of certified foundationals, and we stand on certified business together, man. So I appreciate the love. Appreciate all of you. Shout out to you, Bella. You new here. Much respect. Welcome to Certified Black Society. Much love and respect, fam. Much respect. I appreciate that, sister. Congratulations to me. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to all of you guys from election night to the hate crimes that we've been on. It's been a hell of a journey, but it's a road. I learned a long time ago. If you don't go through all the emotions in this black struggle, then you're not built for the black struggle. There's going to be days where you pissed off. There's going to be days where you laughing. There's going to be days where you upset, you crying, you in tears. We done had tears on this. We had people crying on here before. We done did it all, but we did it together. And we're going to ride this thing all the way, and we're going to be together forever because we number one. Everybody else, they just here. FBA, we run this thing. So I appreciate the love, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Stay tuned. We going live as soon as it pop off. So y'all stay good. Y'all stay ready. We're going to pop off and get it popping, y'all. Yes, indeed. Stay good. I appreciate the love, family. It's been another hell of an episode. Much love, much respect. I send the biggest certified salute to you. Much love, man. I appreciate y'all. I will catch you guys all on the other side. I see you, Stephanie. Much love, much respect. I met her. Jean, I met you. Okay, Angelic, I met you too. I met a lot of y'all. Okay, this ain't one of the people just like whatever. I met a lot of y'all, but I could talk all night. I'm going to stop. Y'all stay good. Love y'all. If y'all can tell, there's a lot of energy on this side, but it's a lot of compassion, and I cherish you. Don't just love y'all. Don't just like y'all. Don't just feel y'all. I cherish you. So y'all stay good, safe, man. We're going to get up out of here. Enjoy your night. Stay good. We'll cover the Diddy trial tomorrow as soon as it drops. It could be at any time, but we will be here. All right. Certified salute to you guys. Stay good. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. And always remember, no matter what go down, no matter what happens, and no matter how the hell we just ended all the tethers, black is beautiful, and beautiful is always black. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.